Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Calcio Show. I'm Alfredo and as always I'm joined by my incredible co-host Luca. How are we?
I'm doing very well.
Yeah.
Today we got a very special video.
We do indeed.
Very cool video.
Very, very special.
We're doing a Premier League and Serie A current combined 11. Everyone says the Premier League is the best league in the world. I do agree. But I think the Serie A is also one of the best leagues in the world. I think it's second personally. But we want to compare the two leagues, the best players from both leagues. How many Serie A players could actually get into the Premier League? This is like a chemistry experiment.
Yeah.
Back in the day in secondary school, we would do that. So we brought on two very esteemed guests, two Premier League icons, Mr. Starplayer.
Thank you for having me on, man. I'm looking forward to it.
We're looking forward to it, man.
That's a bit...
Ooh, you don't agree? Okay, we'll touch upon that.
I'm not sure I agree, to be fair.
No?
Not quality-wise.
And we're also joined by, of course, the main Chelsea man, Mr. Toby.
Nice. Yeah, I don't know about second.
No? Where do you think we are? Third?
I reckon in terms of like competitive, you're second.
Yeah.
Quality,
I think you're bottom.
fourth.
Bottom out of the five?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly,
Fourth or fifth.
Ooh,
That's crazy.
that's harsh.
But I think, I'm not sure I disagree though, to be honest.
You don't think that's crazy?
I don't think it's crazy to say that.
Well, today, we're going to put it to the test. How many Serie A players could actually get into the Premier League? Do you have a rough number in your head? Maybe we could argue.
I don't think any.
Zero.
I'll be so real. I like
Straight zero.
without thinking about it too much, I would not put. I don't think there's one player that gets it.
I think we could sneak one in.
I'm a bit more cynical than you are.
Yeah, I'm a little bit more
so
optimistic in
let's
life.
Consider that. I don't think there's.
What about you boys, off the bat?
I wrote down two or three that I think you'll argue. I don't know if any of those three get in, but I think there's wiggle room on a couple.
Yeah, that's how I generally look at them. Like, I don't mind conceding to it. I might not agree, but like, there's two. I'll be like, there's two, especially two positions where I'm like, you know what? Based on current and what's been happening, they've got a chance.
Because right now we're doing it off form, boys. So there's going to be so many great Premier League players that maybe this season haven't hit the ground running, like an Isak, for example, who you'd probably put in the conversation if it's just footballers in general, but solely based off form. So far, from August to October, who have been the best players in each role?
Yeah.
And we have to start, of course, with the goalkeeper. Now, I think we'll start with the Serie A every single time just to build up to the best players.
Yeah, we'll make it seem competitive.
To make it as competitive as possible. Who is the best Serie A keeper? I reckon Maignan, to be fair, this season.
You think?
I think so. Or Svila. But Svila is, you can't rely on him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a great choice, really. It's not a great...
I think Maignan, no?
I don't think it matters. I genuinely don't think it matters.
Straight off the bat, you don't think... Okay,
if you look at... We'll go into the Premier League, but
yeah, of course.
You know, I think I would probably say there's 5 or 6 Premier League keepers better than the top keeper in the Serie A.
Ooh, really?
Who would you go as your Premier League keeper though?
You know, that's the thing. Like
this season,
you could be biased.
I've got a bit of Italian links to mine, but I was going to say you're an Arsenal fan, so it's like Raya has been top, but
you know what is I didn't even have Riot in my head, if that makes sense.
Really?
It sounds. Yeah. I think Riot's been good, but then again, he's done a lot. But then also that back four in front of him kind of helps him out. I forgot his name. I really like the Sunderland keeper that just joined. I know it's a
weird name. Yeah,
it's a quirky name. I'll find out, but I think he's been really good. And then I think, but you're right as well. I was thinking that as well. Like. I don't mind Donnarumma at all. I don't hate it.
Because I don't really rate City's back line that much.
No, not
and like Rodri's not been Rodri yet. Like he has had to deal with a fair bit. He's just a bit of a monster, really, Donnarumma. Yeah. I feel like he's just set pieces and all that, which I feel like he was so flawed before.
Yeah, he would always make mistakes. Yeah,
until the PSG run in 2025, I did not rate him as a keeper.
Yeah, no, you never. You never.
I thought he was terrible.
You and Gareth hate Donnarumma.
He's the most overrated player
a lot of my mates said the same thing.
Yeah, he was like he kept costing PSG,
which is weird. I think it's one of those like I think Donnarumma as well for like you guys who probably only were seeing him in the Champions League. Was a bit of the Leao thing. You know when
the
moments, and all the Prem fans actually tune in to watch him and his arse every time.
It didn't help the case.
No, but with Donnarumma, with Italy, he was always. I mean, he made an error last week. The Macedonia goal was, but he was always flawless. Rarely makes a mistake, and was so good. And I think our argument when he joined City, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, he can't play with his feet, this and that." what Donnarumma will do is he will save you goals.
Yeah.
And with City's backline that is so leakiest it's ever been, he will be a game changer.
Yeah, he's a great shot
He
stopper.
can make saves almost like Courtois-esque, I think.
Yeah. Big, he's
Like,
very Courtois vibes.
Yeah. That will save City goals, and he has done already with Brentford the other week. That 1-on-1 when they won 1-0.
That was just Donnarumma and Haaland versus Brentford.
Yeah, literally.
But even you can tell the backline that City have, the confidence Donnarumma brought in straight after when Trafford obviously got dropped. Yeah. But you can tell even from there, like, I think even Ruben Dias came out with a statement or something in regards to like how comfortable he feels with Donnarumma behind him.
Also, what PSG haven't done in terms of like that Chevalier guy. Is
he's
in his own net, and you're like,
I love it.
Look how
I love it.
I think your boy scored against him this weekend.
Yeah, Strasbourg. Yeah, Chelsea B.
I love it.
Yeah, he's suspect. That Chevalier.
I'm praying on his downfall. I'm sorry. I don't even know him like that. But for Enrique to
it's bold, you do all that, and he was such a key part.
Those
Arsenal games,
and it was the reason they got to the final.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
Also, like the Liverpool penalty shootout, the Villa ties. Donnarumma was so good.
That's what I mean.
100%.
So I think unanimously, I think Donnarumma is the best keeper.
Yeah, but let's talk about the others in the Premier League.
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah.
So obviously you got David Raya.
Yeah.
I think what was it? The last 2 Premier League games he's come out with no shots taken against him. Like he's been good. He's been safe. Like last season, I remember the back end. It was a bit Bozo-esque. Best way to put it. Like he'll like say for example. This weekend against who did we play this weekend?
Madrid.
Atletico, sorry, where he was at the corner flag. He tried to shield the ball.
That was bad. Yeah,
he has moments like that, but then he'll pull off a great save.
I feel like he likes a double save. I feel like for some reason he always seems to save in pairs. Like.
I don't know. I genuinely don't know, but I think he's been on road this season. Like you said, it's between him and Donnarumma for me.
Alisson's like a keeper that gets injured.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
Magnon's
wicked.
The same, right?
Yeah. Like, Alisson's wicked, but the other two just play every week. So
it's true. Maignan is the same as Alisson, basically.
Magnon's missed basically like nearly half of his entire Milan career for injury. I've never seen a goalkeeper like it.
Yeah, I've never seen keepers get injured that much and that frequently.
Yeah,
like with Alisson and Maignan especially.
But let me ask you this, Stars, because I think right now Arsenal do have the best defence in the league, in the world even, I would say, and statistically they have. But how much do you think Raya is down to that, or do you think it's more the back four in front of him?
If I were to put like if I were to do like percentage wise, I'd say like either 60-40, 70-30 to like the defence. Then Raya, I feel like he does the job in terms of he saves big chances. He's so comfortable when it comes to corners and crosses and all that stuff. He starts attacks well. He's very comfortable with the ball at his feet.
Yeah, that's true.
So for me, it's like either way it goes, because you see how Arsenal defend, like they don't defend in forward. It's more or less like the wing will come back. Said Declan Rice, Zubimendi and all that stuff, but he is safe hands. But like me, generally being honest, going into this transfer window when it started in the summer, I was generally like really wanting that Joan Garcia.
Ooh, from Barcelona.
Yeah, he's the quality.
Literally, he was one where I was like, you know what, for 15-20 million, it might have to be a Ramsdale situation, especially how Raya ended the season. For me personally, I was like, you know what, I looked at like within that back four, obviously when we speak about it, there's not much you need changing. I think with keepers, it's like
not at all.
You're content with David Raya, but then you can always find upgrades, especially someone like John Garcia.
Which like City brought Trafford, and then they were like, wait,
They spent a lot. They spent a lot on Trafford City.
Yeah. They didn't buy into a backup. No,
100% they didn't.
Did they?
And Joan Garcia is a strange one because I think he has been one of the best keepers in Europe this season. But my thing was like, do you think he didn't want to go to Arsenal because he knew he would be second fiddle to Raya?
I don't think so. I genuinely feel like the deal and everything was set. It was just, I think Arsenal just went a different direction. Right? It went because I remember Edu was the one that was orchestrating that deal, and by the time Edu left, it was like, do we really need to prioritize a keeper as much when you've got, like, obviously you look at Ryan, like, you don't really need to.
That's the thing. I don't think you need.
That's why we brought Pepe in fairly quickly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't mind, but I don't know if there's any other.
What about your boys?
I think Raya's good enough. I'll
let you land.
I would say I think Bob Sanchez has been better in 2025, which wasn't hard.
No,
stop chucking it in your own head. Like it's not nice, but I'm gradually warming to him a bit.
Yeah.
Like to be fair, I even thought the red card the other week wasn't him. That was that was more on Chalobah, like percentage wise. Like for you guys, it's whose percentage in terms of keeping goals out. For us, it's like who's a percentage?
Who's a
four.
Yeah.
Like, because Chalobah jumps up, and I've just seen him do that too many times. I was like, why are you jumping and leaving my space? So like, I think that was more weighted on him. Although, don't give a red card away in the third minute. Didn't need to do that. But other than that, like, shot stopping wise, he's not too bad.
No, he's not.
Crosses and corners, he's got a lot better. But we got some Penders kid at Strasbourg who's like quite highly rated. So I'm kind of
Petrovic as well, isn't it? He went Bournemouth.
Yeah, but I wasn't bothered by him because it was weird. In the summer, Chelsea fans were saying like, "Oh, we're going to play Petrovic," and he's come back. And I was thinking that guy weren't good when he was.
No, he was a bit suspect.
Like his biggest achievement was that he wasn't Sanchez. Like, it wasn't that he was good. Everyone just was like, "Oh, I don't want Sanchez in goal," so he'll do. But he wasn't good either. So,
I was surprised you guys didn't go for Donnarumma in the summer. To be honest, I thought that was like the most Chelsea move.
It's just it's a wage thing.
Yeah,
which is stupid because at some point you do have to go. All right, but you got to break this.
You got to buy the bullet.
Yeah, exactly. But they're so they want to have these incentivized wages of like you achieve something here, then your wages go up, etc. Whereas Donnarumma's going to ask for big bucks like straight away, and he should.
Yeah, he's the best keeper in the world.
Do you think Donnarumma should have been awarded that extension at PSG?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I understand why Enrique didn't. I don't agree with
I think Enrique was in the same frame of thought that I was, as in, it was only in 2025 he went, oh, this guy's actually good. I think he was like, this guy's too error prone, I don't know what the football I want for my football, I don't want this guy, and he's not saving me enough. And
he's also very stubborn, Enrique. Very set in the way that his team has to play. And I think, to be honest, when he came, I think it was in his mind that I want a ball-playing keeper. And Donnarumma's not bad. Again, I think his ball-playing ability is really
overlooked.
And, really 100%.
It's Courtois.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
not bad. It's not great.
Yeah.
You know, he does kick the ball out of touch a few times here and there a game, but it's not terrible. You know, he had that the one big one was against Real Madrid in the Champions League.
Yeah, 2022.
When
Benzema turned it around.
He was like a reverse Drogba in Champions League, though. For years. I was like, this guy just turns up to ruin his own team every time.
That didn't help his case.
There was a few like that as well, like you said. But
it's hard to move past, like footballers in general. It's hard to move past that. We'll get to this point, but I thought Gabriel for a while. I feel like people's perceptions are only changing now.
Yeah,
and it's actually been for like a couple of years. I think he's been the better of the two. But because he started off a bit error prone, like 100%. People don't warm to those players as quick, and so same with Donnarumma. Really.
Donnarumma was in that boat, but I think for me the keeper should be Donnarumma.
I
we all agree.
I agree.
Happy with that.
At least there's an Italian in there anyway.
Yeah, one. We'll take something small. I mean, he started his career in Serie A, so it's a small win for Serie A there.
Serie A player,
On the right back role, to be honest, I know who's going straight into the team. As for the Serie A, who can we really nominate?
Don't.
No, not Di Lorenzo.
Di Lorenzo's been disgusting this year. I don't even want to say his name. Who else?
Maybe Salamakers.
Dumfries.
It's weird. It's like you guys play wing back. You have wing back.
That's
back fours. Like I don't know. Like
we don't really
Dumfries has been really good. This year,
Dumfries has been good. Salamakers wing back as well has been good.
I've actually really liked Salamakers. You know, in terms of other wing back positions.
He's been Milan's best. Well, apart from Modric, he's been Milan's best player. This year.
Yeah, he's been really good.
But yeah, I would probably say Dumfries as an all-round player who could play as a right is the best.
And he's done very good in Europe.
I think
in big
Dumfries
games.
Is fantastic.
Mate, those Barca legs, it was like Maicon was playing.
Yeah, it's true.
Who's genuinely unreal. It's mental.
He is.
I think the winner will be a Dutch right back. I don't think it's going to be R1. But who starts for the national team for Holland? Is it Dumfries?
Dumfries, yeah. Timber plays centre back.
Yeah, so it's a different system, but. Yeah, Dumfries is quality. To be fair, I like him a lot. I think he's one of the better ones.
Because if you're arguing someone, I think Dumfries is better going forward.
Yes,
Timber is. I mean, Dumfries has got a great eye for goal.
True.
Like he pops up with goals.
He's good in the air as well.
You know, with me, I'm not a fan of Dumfries in terms of his technical side.
No, I agree.
Like I genuinely think
ugly baller.
You can't play with the ball like
Tweedy-esque.
his best attribute is him.
His physicality,
running
engine,
and being in the right. Like it was weird. It's like that Marcos Alonso effect, unreal going forward.
He plays with blinkers on. He just plays in straight lines.
Yeah, literally.
Like he doesn't come inside and play like Cambiasso does.
No, he's not very technical. He doesn't want many touches of the ball.
But what he does well, he does extremely well.
No, he's a great athlete.
Yeah,
proper
defensively
athlete.
A bit suspect.
Yeah, but then again, they play in a 5-back, so the right centre half helps.
Is there any up and coming fullbacks, right backs in Serie A that caught you guys' eye?
Young one, not really. I can think of.
Does up and coming count as like 30 in
Serie A? Yeah.
Cambiasso, it kind of makes sense.
They probably Cambiasso.
Cambiasso's up.
Even though he's been around for a while.
Yeah.
You think of anyone, Lorenzo? No.
Loftus-Cheek, stick him there.
God, Loftus-Cheek. He's having a bit of a renaissance this year as well.
Yeah, he
really
played
is.
right wing back for us against Real Madrid. He was good.
Zappacosta.
Zappacosta.
God, he's still knocking around at Atalanta.
It's just all Chelsea, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's like Milan's become like a dumping ground. Whenever he goes, we go, Arsenal, do you want him? And they go, oh no, we don't even want that one.
Milan?
And Milan go, yeah, well, and then,
let's bring AC Milan.
It's true, to be fair, it's true. But some of the fodder that you guys have given them have been really good over the years.
Yeah, they have.
Tomori started really well when they won the league, for
Pulisic
example.
doing all right.
Yeah, Pulisic has been one of the better players in the league so far.
He just had loads of injuries with us. Like, he looked bright, but he was just
he could never cement himself.
He had his moment. He scored against Madrid, I swear, in the Champions League semi-final.
Yeah, like he had his moments with us, but it just wasn't.
But I think that's been Chelsea the last. Obviously, going off topic, it's been Chelsea like the last 10 years in terms of just having wingers that are just middle
in and out.
I think since Hazard has just been like a bit of a mess winger.
Has there been a consistent winger since Hazard? Willian, I
guess.
If you
count,
Willian was only there another year.
Yeah.
And like he was never consistent even in his best years.
For me it was Palmer, but obviously when he started at the right, he's the only one I've seen that's really consistent.
I think Neto's been the closest to it, and he's not.
Don't drop your standards. I know you, man. You're
I'd say it will be Esteban. Oh shit, sorry. I think it will be Esteban.
Yeah, it'll be Esteban.
Like, it will be Esteban.
Yeah, Esteban looks quality.
Like, he actually looks like a good one.
Yeah,
like a proper good one. But yeah, like it's been a weird position for us.
Yeah.
I think right backs in the Premier League though, there are quite a few.
Yeah.
Who
obviously, both our clubs I think have got the best two. I'm gonna be honest.
I'd say outside Hakimi, I'd say they're in the top three. I'm trying to think.
Trent maybe.
I wouldn't have Koundé ahead of them.
I don't know about Koundé. Is another weird one.
He has too many ups. He has very high highs but very low lows.
He's them ones where like I know me saying that I don't really watch much of it, but it's just them people that throw that kind of name out there. You know what? He's well respected, but I don't know.
Like, I know what I'm getting. If you're playing Timber, you know, like that winger's having a long day. Yeah. I think the same with Reece James, like long day, but he can also give you a lot going forward as well. And then Hakimi, it's like, how are you going to deal with that? That guy's everywhere.
Yeah, he's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think Hakimi is the best, but I do agree. I think right now the Chelsea boy and the Arsenal boy probably complete the top three.
Yeah, absolutely.
In terms of who's better, I prefer Timber personally. I think he's the best right back in the leave right now.
I don't know. James
I just think James is Timber, but then can also do a lot more going forward.
Yeah.
Because they're both like no way. I've seen like Reece James is locked up like Vinicius when he's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Timber, you've had like Kvara kind of got him a bit. I don't know. I want to see him against more like some. There's not really like loads of
weird
top
though because
wingers,
like you said, as you were saying earlier, Kvara had the better day than him that day. I remember, but then remember the round before he played against Vinny and Mbappe, and but it's weird. It's like
that's what I mean. He's quality. He is quality. I just think like they're quite defensively similar.
Yeah,
like, I can't really split. It's kind of splitting hairs in that sense.
The only thing I would say is maybe we've seen Reece James play in the midfield a lot this season as well.
Centre back as well.
Yeah, he's doing everything.
So I'm saying I've seen more of Timber right back in that position. That's probably
why.
I get that. He's out and out every week. He plays right.
Yeah.
It's just that I still think wherever he plays, he's better.
No, Reece James is quality. When he's healthy, he is one of the best.
I would say the back end of last season, not halfway through last season, and the start of this season.
Now he's been fit.
It's the Reece
James
actually again.
So Tobes, you're fixed on RJ?
Oh, always.
Yeah, I'm gonna be Timber always. So you.
I'm Timber. You're Reece James.
See, I would say Reece James, but now we've got a.
I'll say Reece.
So Reece James wins.
Reece James is.
Off camera, Lorenzo has said Reece James. He's the referee. He's got Reece James.
Fair enough.
But still, it's another Premier League boy.
Yeah,
2-0 to the Prem so far.
Yeah, 2-0.
We'll go to left back now. Then we'll do the centre back partnerships left.
Next. God.
I think we will split on this as well.
For us, I would probably say Cambiaso, Di Marco. Di Marco's a left wing back. But
actually, you know what? I've changed my mind.
What do you mean?
I think Serie A, I've got a name here.
That I haven't said.
Spina.
I
I'm putting Spina in there. Spinazzola.
This season has been elite.
This season
he's been very good.
This season is the best football he's played since the Euros.
Yeah.
And he
not better.
Yeah, he's been absolutely outstanding this year. Like Napoli's best player by a significant.
But Di Marco's the leading assist man in Serie A.
Yeah, but you're playing as a left back.
I know, but this we're not going into a game. We're just trying to get a name in.
I would take Spina over Di Marco every day of the week.
In a full back, I'd agree.
Premier League, who we got?
It's a weird one because I'm actually trying to narrow it down in my head.
Who have you got? Who are your names though?
Me personally,
I think it's the Timber Reece James boat. For me, I think it's Calafiori.
I love Calafiori, man. He's not. I don't know. He's not a left back. He's a
footballer.
He's great.
The Fulham goal the other day, I was like, why is he there?
Yeah.
That was a long time. The finish is a joke. But I was like, but he's like central. It's not even like, oh, do you know what, he's popped up on the left. He's got one of the back posts. It was like, nah, he's playing striker. Like, why is he there?
He's like one of the few players I've seen ever have the lifestyle. I've seen him at right wing, and it's not even been a corner. It's it's like normal open play. He's like right wing collecting it, and I'm just looking at him. He's in the middle. He's in the pockets, receiving it in centre mid.
Yeah, he's great.
He's bombing on the left. Like I think, especially with Calafiori, this season defensively he's been a lot better. Like last year when he came in,
I kind of felt he was he was like a really un-Italian defender.
Yeah.
It was like he's really going forward.
It's true.
I don't know.
He looks the part.
Yeah.
Bro, he's been for me. He's been unreal. Like, remember we had Lewis Skelly basically locked down that left hand side. And
that's true.
You have to be some fullback to push Lewis Skelly out of the team. Because Lewis Skelly was absolutely incredible against Atletico Madrid. And I think he is a natural midfielder though, Skelly. Yeah. But he did such a good job last season at left back. And the fact that Calafiori's just wiped him out so convincingly, it's crazy.
No one making any complaints going, you know what, why are we not seeing Skelly? Like, that's how good Calafiori's been, especially on the defensive side.
Also, that's an academy kid, so everyone's a bit more biased.
Yeah, exactly.
That's tough to do, yeah.
I think your boy's been good as well, isn't it?
Cucurella's just been really consistent.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Since it's about 2 years now, but he had like awful first year.
That's what I was going to say. His first season was horrible.
I was like, how is this guy a footballer?
Yeah.
That was the level.
And he was the best left back in the Premier League the season before. Yeah, I believe he was in the team of the year.
Well, like City were in for him and we were in for him. Yeah. I think we ended up paying a bit more, but he's particularly like that Euros with us. He just sort of locks down. Other than like Elise gave him problems. Like the first winger I'd seen in a long time to give him problems. Yeah. Because other than that,
but Elise's top. He would give most fullbacks
Elise's wicked. Yeah, but even like second half, he kind of adjusted to it. It was alright, but. He, again, as well, he gets forward well. Like scored like 6 or 7 goals for us. I think.
I don't know what it is with you guys and left backs that love getting a goal.
Box crashes. Yeah,
it's true to be fair.
It's weird. It's like we had Ashley Cole who didn't. And after that, it's just been like guys bombing forward. But
I would definitely lose. It's tough
because I think Calafiori this season, I could completely understand someone edging it that way. But over the last year and a half,
we've given you Reece James, so I'm happy with
Calafiori. I would choose Calafiori.
I'll give that this season, and we're on a Serie A show.
Yeah,
I think he's like the most unique profile.
Honestly,
like I certainly like amongst Italian footballers, defenders, I've never seen this.
It's very.
What's you guys' thoughts? Not necessarily on Calafiori, because obviously you watched him at Bologna and everything, but and he was a centre back at Bologna, if I'm correct.
In a 3-back, they would come into the midfield.
Watching him for Arsenal, like when he came in, and now where you're like, where does he play? Like,
well, he was originally a wing back, which is interesting.
At Roma, right?
Yeah, so he was a wing back when Roma were playing a 3-5-2. He was actually Spinazzola's deputy at the time, and it's weird because his role now has like fallen somewhere in between. Like,
it's a mixture of both, really.
Centre back role at Bologna, but even at Bologna though, he was a
libero.
Like he was a ball carrying centre back, like he does now, but just from a more central position. He's just you watch him and you kind of laugh. You know, it's like, what is he doing?
Yeah, he's a weird player.
But he retains the ball. His decision making is brilliant.
He's really good,
and he's so good looking as well. It's actually annoying. How can you be that good at football?
He plays the point.
It's actually so annoying.
Yeah, it's a bit unfair. I mean, that goal in the Euros that he created for Zaccagni, kind of a pit. Do you remember that Zaccagni last minute winner?
Yeah, he ran
Croatia.
Yes.
He ran through everyone and then laid it off to him. It was like. He was so unique. Yeah, that's him in a nutshell. And I think this season for Arsenal has improved so much. Obviously, he had a lot of physical problems last year. He was injured a lot, which was a shame.
To adapt into it.
They thought he wouldn't play again.
Yeah,
but
he had like his knee injury was like that bad.
Yeah, it was horrible.
In like I think it was UEFA Youth League or something, and it was that bad that they thought he wouldn't play again.
It was like a unique one where I think the surgeon told him he'd only seen something like this once before, and it was like from a motorcycle accident or like skiing or something really crazy. Horrific. Yeah, it was horrific.
I've got a question for you boys though. What's your thoughts on nowadays, like Italians branching out and going to different leagues?
I mean, for me personally,
I
don't like to see it because I want to keep them in the Serie A.
Yeah. It weakens the league.
Yeah. That's the problem.
That's just you man being selfish, which I completely understand.
That Tonali move never happens 10, 15 years ago.
No way.
Milan to Newcastle.
Mr. Milan,
literally.
Especially because he went from AC Milan, who 15 years ago, a Champions League winning team, to Newcastle, who 15 years ago, I think we're in the Championship.
Yeah, 100%.
It's crazy. But like in terms of like my dad, for example, he always says that he wants a spine of Italians in the Juventus team because he feels like Italians know what it means to represent Juventus more, like in general, more than foreign players.
Yes.
So he thinks it's important to have like a group of core Italians in the team. And also in the league, I think it is important, to be fair, to have like a lot of strong Italians for the major teams. It just kind of represents the league, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it. I don't know. On one hand, it's good because if the Premier League is undoubtedly the best league in the world, and these players are now playing at the highest level, like ultimately Calafiori would be better, and Tonali will be better off playing in the Premier League every week than they would be playing for a Milan or a Juventus at this current time.
It's true.
It's true.
But that hurts to say,
though. Also, like contextualise it with the national team and how poor the Euro 2021 aside, how poor the national team has been since the 2006 World Cup. These players need to be playing at the highest level. Yeah. Because you've seen a lot of that core.
True, it needs to raise the.
And 2006, they all were.
Yeah,
like all of them were.
Was it?
Serie A was strong.
Every player in that 23-man squad, 2006 World Cup, played in Italy.
I don't think so.
No.
Barzagli played in Germany.
No, I think he was still at Palermo. No.
Oh, was he?
I think he was still at Palermo. I
thought he was at Wolfsburg at the time.
He went after.
Oh, so maybe Barzagli was the only one that came to mind that I thought maybe was playing in.
I think every
in
single
Germany.
one. But it might have been one, but all the core
makes sense.
But look at the league at that time.
That's what I'm saying. Like
that was like peak time.
Was Grosso at Lyon then?
No, Grosso was at Palermo as well. He just had like a wonder season at Palermo. Had the World Cup and then disappeared. Shit Juventus.
That's true. Yeah, so it's a shame really, but at the same time it helps boost their PR and it helps improve the national team.
That's why I asked, because I know on a selfish side you're on the keep the best players in Italy, but then also like you said, because like the league's very competitive. I'm not gonna lie, it's entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
But the quality is dire. So
true.
you're like, do I want my players to be infused? Because obviously, I don't think you guys don't have much money I don't know how much money goes into it. I don't know how it works.
Not a lot.
Where I'm like, okay, cool. Like you said, like Raspadori going to Italy. Like I'm not Italy,
Spain.
going to Spain. It's like nowadays a lot of players are branching out, whether it's in Germany, and like being able to keep them. And
it's true. It's tough. It's tough. Like especially like from like you said, from a selfish point of view, at Juventus, 2 summers in a row, I really wanted Calafiori. He went to Arsenal. I wanted him so badly. I really wanted Giovanni Leoni. He went straight to Liverpool, and I was gutted. I was absolutely gutted because I loved both of them. I still do. I think they're two of the best.
Reinders as well.
Reinders moved to City.
That was a big loss for Serie A.
And for nothing. For relative.
Pennies literally.
Yeah, and it's a shame. Like even with like Kenan, for example, I want to keep Kenan at all costs. But then if a Premier League team comes knocking, it's going to be. It could be tough.
It sounds like Jennifer going.
I think the allure of the Premier League is just too much. Like, why wouldn't it be? Like everything. I don't want to go on a rant, but every. I don't think apart from like the beauty of the country and the food and the weather, that are all things that don't really have much to do with football. If you look at it from a footballing standpoint, there is nothing I don't really think that Italy has over England at the moment.
And whereas the opposite, as in you do that as in, right, what's the harder job that's going to make me good at my job?
Exactly.
Yeah. And then at the end of your career you go, all right, now I want the nice food and the sun.
That's what tends to happen with that league, isn't it?
Yeah, right now it's like
I'm
that.
not going to drop the R word. Let's not drop the R word just yet. We're not the MLS, right? Retirement.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
But it is a bit like, I sadly...
It kind of is. It's like...
I switch on Serie A and I'm like, it's a who's who. Yeah. Where I'm like, oh shit, he's still playing there. You know, it does feel like that.
It happens a lot. Like
I thought you was dead.
Mr. Pedro. It's Mr. Pigton everywhere.
Like you guys, without sounding disrespectful, obviously you dropped the R word already, but it gives me the
Masters League.
The pick me up. Like, might as well be. It gives me that pick me up. Like I need to cheer myself up. Let me just go to Serie A and get myself. That's McTominay looked dead and gone.
It's a fountain of youth.
Ademola Lookman struggled at Leicester, and I thought
I'm Fulham.
They're coming from came to Atalanta, and I was like, there's something fishy about this league. I'm like, even Ruben's always been a player, but I'm like, he was injury prone. This is that. I was like, I don't know.
It's true, to be fair. It's like, you know, when you're like sad or you're upset, maybe you go to a comfort show or a comfort film to cheer you up. I feel like the Serie A's kind of that, where like players are at the end of their career, they're a bit upset. I want to still play, but I'm not the same player. I'll go to the Serie A.
For me, the only transition...
Cesc did it well, where it's like Cesc was done, and he was like, I've got to play in Como for a bit.
Yeah.
And now,
that was in Serie B though, when he played. But still, like in Italy...
exactly.
So man, I think left back. Well, I said Calafiori.
Yeah,
we agreed on Calafiori.
Oh yeah, I'll let it slide.
Yeah.
As for the two centre backs,
Italian in there. Go on.
This is rough still.
To talk about this.
I actually think you would have. I thought you would suggest one.
Bremer.
No, I thought you got. I thought Bastoni would come forward.
This season, Bastoni has been
quite poor actually.
For Inter, he's been okay. For the national team, he's been.
I don't think he's been as good for Inter as he has been in general in the last few years.
It's a weird argument because the topic today obviously is current, isn't it? Yeah. And I don't think there's any centre back that's been on that form of Gabriel, especially on that left
side.
side.
I agree.
Because I wouldn't go because Bastoni, I wouldn't put him on the right hand side. So I'm like, he's competing with Gabriel, the likes of Gabriel, and obviously other centre backs. Yeah. But unless you guys have any,
but even on Gabriel and Bastoni, like last year, I was quite adamant in general that I thought Bastoni was the best left-footed centre half in the world. No, I no longer believe that.
Yeah,
I'll be real. I would actually put. I know he's been playing left back for Arsenal, but I would put Calafiori above Bastoni right now.
As a centre back?
As a defender on that side. Because if you look at where Bastoni operates, it's not dissimilar from where Calafiori operates.
Plus, he played as a centre-half for the national team, Calafiori.
Yeah. I think Bastoni is a weird one because he's a really towering figure. He's big, he's good in the air, but he's also looks like he's running in mud sometimes. Yeah. He's very slow.
Yeah.
On the transition, he's poor. And he can get bundled off the ball quite often.
He's tall, but he's not massive. Yeah, he's not very strong.
Whereas Chiellini was the same. Chiellini's gangly. Yeah. Chiellini's skinny.
He's a bit like Isak.
But
he's got that Kvyat build, isn't it?
Yeah, but he was just like he was an animal though.
Yeah, get back. Yeah, like you said,
so
Chiellini and
he knew where to. It's like Terry wasn't quick. It's like they just know where to roughly be.
They're different kind of defenders.
With
time, with age.
Great Italian defenders usually do. Get Chiellini at the start of his career. Let's not forget.
He improved massively.
He was a donkey. Yeah. I mean, he never really lost that donkey gene. You'd see him marauding into the final third times with his knees up. But he was at the start of his career. He was rash. He didn't read the game particularly.
And he played as a fullback.
He kind of had raw defensive one-on-one ability, but he was always a bit
he was just brutal.
He was a rough kind of diamond.
Yeah. But he improved a lot of age.
But Bastoni at Cherby was the same.
Yeah, Cherby. There's so many, man. There's so many.
You could go for hours. Barzagli as well. But I wouldn't put him in this list.
I think the best three centre halves in Italy are Buongiorno, Bastoni, and Brema when everyone's fit and healthy.
Yeah.
And this season, I actually think. Who's been the best centre half in Italy? Maybe like a Baschirotto has been up there. No, genuinely though, isn't it?
You're not doing any
and
favours. You're not doing us any favours by saying.
No, but I'm saying based off form.
Ask them who Baschirotto is.
I was sitting there going, when you started giggling, I thought to fake laugh as well.
Well, I thought they were trying to get us and let us nod along with a fake name. I have no idea.
If you guess what team he's on, I'll give you £10.
Do you know who Jamie Vardy plays for now?
Yes. I've read it.
No, wait.
They're on the same team.
Is it with an S?
No.
C. There is an S in there though.
Cremonese.
Yeah.
That's good.
I would have never guessed. I would have never guessed what team he played for, but I knew Vardy went there.
And Baschirotto, a bit of a random one, but he has the best physique for any footballer. He's a bodybuilder.
He's one.
Genuinely, he's got the most nuts physique.
Seen him against AC Milan.
Yeah, he scored against Milan on the opening day. He has a nuts physique. But that is obviously not part of the equation who can bench the most.
Can I just say, we're talking about a Premier League versus Serie A combined 11, and you just brought Baschirotto up. Do you know how?
It's bad.
If you wanted a damning indictment of,
and we're getting no defenders in.
Yeah, defenders is what you're known for.
Yeah, it's true.
And we're getting not one.
We're not even the national team though. This is the first time in my life that Italy's team has been top heavy. Out of nowhere, you've got kind of Keane, Retegui. We've got forwards now.
Yeah, that firing. To be fair,
who are playing well and scoring. Defence though is poor.
Yeah.
Defence is really poor.
Well, on to the Prem. I think this season, I don't think I put Van Dijk up there, personally. I don't know if you boys agree.
I would.
You would? Based off this season still?
Yeah, off this season. I still think there was enough games when they were just getting over the line. And their defence has been so bad that it's him just holding it together at times. I know the last couple of games he has had a couple of shockers, but I do think throughout the season I was watching him in some games and he's just heading everything away. He does everything because Canate.
No, like Newcastle for example, he was incredible. Yeah, it's true.
Even Burnley, I was like, any long ball, that guy just mops.
It's probably in the last few games. Sorry, that's really influencing me.
You know what it is, for me, it's when you look at with Van Dijk, not even with Van Dijk in regards to Van Dijk. Sorry, it's he's been good, but then also at the same time, I'm like, he could have prevented a lot of situations. But because it's Van Dijk, I feel like no one really gets onto him in regards to it. It's like you said.
The last couple of games, for sure.
The United game, he won the header, and then what he usually does, sits off and doesn't. It
was bizarre. It was bizarre defending.
Points finger at Canate, going, you got to cover me from the right hand side and then come down to the left. But I think regardless, even statistically, whether it's just on form, however you want to look at it. He didn't put Wright in for the main reason of, in my opinion, those two in front of him, in terms of
form.
So you want them both?
I'm greedy. Can't be greedy.
I don't hate that.
Best defense.
Yeah, I don't hate that.
No, I don't hate it. I think centre back partnership wise, it is the best one in the world currently.
I think we've kept 9 clean sheets out of the last 12 games as well. To start the season,
You could,
I'd have Gabriel in it. The only thing with Saliba is I just thought, like, when Mascara played, I didn't think there was a big
Mascara
difference.
looks great.
Mascara's strong. Mascara's strong.
And that's
as
why I
well.
just think, like, Van Dijk, as much as I agree he's had errors in that, I do think we also kind of, because he's so great, it's like, but this guy's playing above that level.
Yeah, it's true.
And actually, relative, it's like, if you had Van Dijk and Saliba, Van Dijk and Gabriel, it would be better. Like, it just...
It's a good point.
And that Liverpool backline has been torn apart in the summer as well. It's like...
It's weird because by name, I completely... Like, I don't mind if you guys wanted to put Van Dijk on the right-hand side and have Gabriel on the left, or however you want to phrase it. I just... You know, when I ever think about, like, if I'm doing a list or whatever, and I'm thinking of a left centre-back, if Van Dijk and Gabriel play left centre-back, I'm like, I don't...
Yeah, I get that.
I know you're coming from. It's weird, but...
True.
So it's time to vote. Everyone agrees that Gabriel's in there.
Yes.
Gabriel's in.
Yeah. And ahead of Van Dijk this season.
Yeah.
So I think it comes down to Saliba or Van Dijk.
Has there been any other defenders, Prem,
I
that
don't
you
think
can
on
think
their
of?
level.
No.
Not on their
Not
level.
in the... Nah. Anyone else?
Current or form, like... I don't know.
Dan Ballard.
Sunderland.
Yeah, done bits at Sunderland.
Crazy.
I was going to say he's not a
Maybe
centre-back.
Gay's had a good season.
Yeah.
Palace, like Lacroix had a good season, but like they're not
They're not on the
bad
level.
run now as well. They've been on a bad run now as well.
I was going to say honourable mention for a fullback before he got injured, Livramento. I really liked him.
Daniel Munoz.
Actually, do you know what? Senesi's had a good season.
Senesi, yeah.
There's a lot of good options, but I think I would go... Yeah, Gabriel for sure. I like Saliba.
Van Dijk for me.
Yeah, it's got to be you.
Cast and vote.
Van Dijk for me.
Van Dijk it is.
Van Dijk wins this season.
enough.
Van Dijk it is.
Van Dijk it is.
So what's the complete back line?
It is.
So we have in goal Donnarumma.
Donnarumma,
Yes.
Then right back we have
Reece James.
Reece James, Van Dijk,
Gabriel.
Calafiori.
Okay, cool.
It's a very good defence.
Great defence.
Some team.
You know what's mental though? Like, if we actually did put the whole Arsenal defence, it would still be equally good.
That's what I'm thinking. I was like,
It could have easily been there.
It genuinely could have been all Arsenal and it would be fine.
Now, a quick message to say that the Calcio show is now proudly sponsored by the Soccer Archive, one of the best in the game when it comes to original retro football shirts. Luca, both of us have worked with the Soccer Archive in the past. Tell us a little bit about them.
They are the best company to get retro soccer shirts, retro pieces, memorabilia, even modern day stuff. I got this beautiful 1994 Italy Maldini home shirt from there. We've worked with them for a while. You can get new pieces daily, whether that be online at www.thesoccerarchive.com or in their store at 24 Great Windmill Street in London, Soho. Make sure you go check them out and also go follow them on all social media platforms at the Soccer Archive.
And that's not even the best part, though.
Well, tell me what is.
The best part is that if you buy online using the code TCS10, you can get 10% off your first order with the Soccer Archive.
So you're telling me I can get any Juventus kit I want plus 10% off if I use that code?
You can indeed.
Well then, it's perfect. Make sure you use it, boys. Link will be in the description. As for the midfield, we'll do a 4-3-3, of course. Do we want to do a 6 and 8, a 10, or do we just want to go...
Do a 6 and 8 and a 10.
I don't mind doing a 6 and 8
Why
and a
not?
10. As for the sixes, I'm pretty sure I know who's going to win this. For the Serie A, I think
Lobotka.
You can see there's a big gap when he's not playing.
Calhanoglu.
Hakan.
And it's a shame because if we were doing this podcast at this time last season, Calhanoglu would have a lot more.
I think, but
you
this
could
season,
make the argument a lot more.
he's grown into the season a lot in the last few games. He's been excellent. I think Locatelli for us has been really good at the base. I think he's been one of the better midfielders
he has.
in the league. He has.
He has.
And he gets a lot of unjust hate, I think.
He does. But still, I'd put him on a level just below Calhanoglu and Lobotka.
I forgot his name. What about the young boy that just signed for Milan? How's he been?
Richie, he's barely played.
Barely played.
Oh, wow.
It's a shame, really.
Yeah, but Allegri puts a lot of trust in players. So he's got Rabiot, who he had at Juventus, who he loves. Absolutely loves him.
Modric
is Modric, and is like kind of again he's in Serie A, so he's actually like 35 right now.
Not 40.
Yeah.
And Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who's been
Loftus-Cheek and Fofana. Yeah.
Does he like Ruben? That's jokes.
He loves Ruben. Yeah, he really does.
But he's really been good though this season.
But Allegri does like physical players. He likes big,
does.
imposing players.
Even at Juventus, I mean, Pogba, Vidal, these guys were physical beasts. Matuidi.
Khedira was like an animal before all his injuries.
Only really one I think was like Marchisio, Pjanic, Pirlo.
That
were like technical.
But yeah, if we're talking Calhanoglu and Lobotka are
in terms of sixes.
Yeah.
Eights, I think there's 8 and 10. We can nominate two that have very strong cases that I think could fit them in this team.
Yeah.
But we haven't named them yet, but we're going to save them.
Yeah.
As for Premier League,
I think we know who.
I think it's between two, Liverpool and Chelsea's. Yeah. I would say Gravenberch, Caicedo.
I thought you'd say Zubimendi.
Yeah, that's same. Because I'm going by current. I'm not going by...
Sorry, it is Caicedo.
It is.
Yeah.
I've been watching this. At this season, I'm like, I prefer him to Gravenberch. I think.
Really?
I
don't think he's been good this season.
I think Gravenberch has had 2 good games in 2025. And people have lost their minds. I do. I do. Man.
I really like Gravenberch.
I think he's brilliant to watch because he looks great.
He reminds you of Pogba though. That's why I love him. I think it's the build.
It's the build, but it's the silkiness. It's just like it meshes well.
Everything about him.
I get it. I just kind of thought I was like I don't know.
I know what you mean.
Because he's the first line of defence as well. Like, and when we're talking about sixes, I'm not saying they've got to be defensive midfielders, but like, say for example, Caicedo and Zubimendi, like their first thought process is collecting it from the back line, but also being the first in that back line to protect. Whereas with Grav, I just generally look at him. Whenever someone talks to me about Grav, it's all about his ball playing, his silkiness, the way he can dribble past.
I think the best game he had was when McAllister sat deeper. He
was more offensive.
A really good goal, but like he looked better
with Newcastle. No, I swear he scored against Newcastle.
Was it Everton? I think it was Everton at home.
He scored a good goal against Newcastle as well. He played very well that game.
He did.
No, he's a
good player. I just think
it's Caicedo though.
I think Caicedo and then Zubimendi was probably second for me at the moment.
I think Zubimendi was like so needed.
Yeah.
Since like
since
George
left,
left,
screaming out for him.
Yeah,
they
were after him. Like there were so many tops.
I think.
The Atletico game, he just bossed it.
Yeah, and
he bossed it.
The problem was Rice playing in that. One of the reasons I don't love Rice as a midfielder, especially when he's playing as a 6, is his lack of ability to dictate and really control a game in that kind of Spanish way.
The build-up's just not there. This guy's just those short passes, like get it into the...
I mean, even the pass to, who was it, on the left-hand side?
Martinelli.
Was it Martinelli? It was Martinelli, you're right. Where he just dinked it with his left foot, and I looked at him and I went, if he goes down...
Yeah.
It's done.
I think he kind of got overlooked a bit in the summer as a signing, like in terms of an upgrade. But
that's true. To be fair,
he's true.
Do you remember in that Euros final though? Because I remember.
Rodri came off and it was like, all right, party time.
But honestly, I thought because things had gone like for England during that competition, like the Bellingham goal.
Yeah, the last minute winner.
And when Rodri came off at half time,
I thought it's done.
I was like, it's the trophy already. And then Zubimendi came on and was better than Rodri.
He bossed it.
Like I was like, this guy is.
Like, he's a top player. How young is he? He's like 26 now.
26,
he's pretty young.
26,
But he's a joy to watch. And also, speaking of Rice, it opens up Rice as well
100%.
to allow what he does better.
Because I've seen a lot of complaints in terms of early in the season about Zubimendi, because a lot of people expect it to, like, a lot of people look at 6s the way, like, say for example, the way you look at Grav, where they want him to be expansive, good in the eye, like Busquets-esque kind of player. But I feel like with him, he's played like an 8 out of 10 like every game. And obviously it is his first season, so for me I was like, it might take him a little bit to adjust, but he's adjusted so fast. Like you said, I genuinely feel like he's the second best already in the league.
I agree.
I think he's.
I want to see how Rodri comes back, but like,
I'm done with Rodri. I think he's finished, man. I think he's finished.
I actually don't hate that opinion.
No,
I don't think Rodri will ever reach that level he was at.
But he could, even if he got to 90%, he'd be competing with those.
You know what?
But like at the moment, that's not the case. Obviously.
You know what it is with Rodri though? For me personally, when I'm watching him, it's another thing. He not necessarily gives me Grav vibes, but it's like he's so elite on the ball, but off the ball, he gets away with them dark arts. Like he's a lot of the times he's out of position, but he'll just pull someone's shirt.
It's true, to be fair. Yeah, that is true.
I think his positioning, especially now with the ACL, I'm like, I don't think he's got the legs to do it as much. That's why they've been chopping and changing with Kovacic, bringing in Reinders, had brought in Gundogan last season. Like they're trying to find something that just saves him, kind of thing.
It's a bit like Bremer now. How much can we really rely on his fitness post the ACL? You need support around him. You can't be. We were too adamant on Bremer. We didn't replace. Like, we didn't find substitutions.
Bremer's quite physically like dependent as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
As was, I think Rodri's like physically was always like, quite underrated as well.
Yeah.
Like, he could make up ground, and he's a powerful midfielder for how elegant he was.
Yeah.
Like how well he could dictate and control a game.
100%.
He was also like equally as like powerful.
Yeah.
I think that was what he was mainly.
Yeah.
As a player. Like Busquets was all calm, and you know what I mean. Like
Rodri
I thought Rodri was like a big guy.
A bit more English.
He was very
100%.
Yeah.
I think Caicedo sweeps the
Caicedo,
floor. I think everyone unanimously agrees that Caicedo is in the 6th row.
Yeah.
As for the 8 and 10, should we just nominate 2? Or should we just...
Who are you thinking of, by the way?
For Serie A,
yeah.
I think we could easily make a case for Paz and Modric to be in. They're our best chances. Kone's good as well.
I'd put Paz more as a 10, though.
No, I mean, to complete the last two. Yeah. Kone's been good this season. Barella's been good as always. But I think Paz has been the MVP of the Serie A.
I would agree. I think he's been the best player in the league this year. And you guys will see it in a few years.
I don't know how.
I see it through Cesc. When Cesc clips, so I see
when he goes to Madrid.
When he goes back to Madrid, because they got like a 9 million buyback option
for like 3 years straight or something.
Mate, it's
apparently
crazy.
They're going to sort Como out.
They give him 9 million, maybe another young player on loan. But this Paz guy,
Endrick goes there in January.
Potentially, actually, that's a good shout. But Paz is walking in that Madrid team quite comfortably right now. I think they're lacking a technician like that in the mid. Bro, look at Madrid against Juventus.
Where would he play?
I think he would play. I don't think he'll play where Jude plays, but I think on the right as a right.
I feel like Gula's not really found.
I think Gula is good in the 8, but I don't think he's as good as Paz. I don't.
Paz is probably like the most exciting young player I've seen in Serie A for a long time.
Yeah, Paz is ridiculous.
He's like some of the things he does makes you like, and I'm
it's the simple stuff,
I feel like
but
I'm getting
super effective.
A bit now, and like I'm not really moved by football that much anymore. But when I watch Nico Paz, I'm like, wow, like some of the things he does make you actually like, oh, shit. And that doesn't happen a lot, especially in Serie A. That doesn't happen.
And he's at Como, he's raising their level massively. It's him and then 10 other footballers on the pitch. Like he's already got 7 goal contributions, I believe, this season against Juventus. Goal and assist. The goal was a good finish. It was bad defending from Cambiaso to let him go on his left. It was a great touch. The assist was wicked ball on the back post. I think genuinely, based off this season, I think Paz deserves to be in this combined 11. I would push him more so than Modric, but I think Modric has been elite.
Modric's been great. But again, it depends who we're,
But it depends who you guys are nominating to sort of complete it. Because I think in that advanced midfielder 10 row, I think we could sneak Paz in. But
I'm trying to think this season, like an 8 that's properly excelled in the Premier League.
For me, again, for me, Bayesh, I'm not even. I feel like he's been getting disrespected a lot, especially this season. But I think he's been unreal. For me, Declan Rice.
Yeah. Deckers.
I think Deckers has a shout.
He nowadays he's a Marmite player for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know.
I'll be honest, I'm not a lover.
I was gonna say,
a lot of people are Marmite.
I like him though. I really rate him. I really rate him.
I just think he's a good player. I don't see him how people see him.
Really?
Yeah, I see it. I'm like, wicked corner taker. Carries the ball well.
But I see him as the best box-to-box engine in the world. That's how I perceive him.
Just as like a raw athlete.
Yes.
In terms of like the box,
which I think is his best.
I get that.
That's why, like, you know how like Kante was the box-to-box man, the engine of the Chelsea team. I think Rice is that for Arsenal, not to the same extent as Kante, but I think in terms of players in the world like that, I think he's the best.
In terms of like stopping transitions and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know what it is with me with Rice. It is what I don't think he gets credit enough for is. The bigger the occasion, the better he plays. Like he's not that kind of whether it might sound disrespectful to say, but in my opinion, obviously as an Arsenal fan, I'm going to be biased. But whenever even we play when it's Chelsea against Arsenal, I think every single time Rice has outperformed Caicedo in the midfield.
Not in like an individual performances. I feel like every single time I'm not impressed by him because every time I watch him against us, I'm like, he's not getting near the ball here.
We'll see next month.
We'll see when the game comes around.
I look at him, I'm like, better version of Conor Gallagher. Where I'm like, I do.
That's disrespectful.
I do. I'm like,
to be fair, I'm not sure I disagree.
If Gallagher was a bit taller, like if he could take a free kick in a corner a bit better. But like,
I think they're different though, Gallagher and Rice.
I think but his best attributes lie off the ball.
Yeah.
No, his ball carrying.
I think he's really
his ball carrying is not. It's not some like elite thing.
I think it is.
I think
he's one of the best ball carriers in the world. I don't think.
No, I think he's clunky on the ball. I think build-up wise, he's sloppy.
Build-up wise,
he's not technical.
That's the thing.
In all honesty, if he wasn't like a nice bloke that's quite English passion vibes, I really don't.
But he's not even a passion merchant. That's the funniest thing. Like, he's just chilling. But
I don't know. I think he's just like a good player.
Yeah.
But I haven't been that impressed with any 8s in the. It's like Enzo chips him similar numbers to like Rice, higher numbers than Rice. And I'm not sat there being like, wow, Enzo, well done for taking that corner. Like you're not giving me enough like control. Or, like,
you think Enzo does more than Rice does?
No, I'm saying number wise, he does. As an 8, number wise, he delivers. But I'm not sat there. I prefer when Enzo, like when he first came, and he looked a bit more like, oh, this is kind of Tony Cruz vibes. Like, what's going on here? but like he'll chip in loads of numbers for us. But I'm not blown away.
For me, it's again with what it is with Enzo. Yeah, it's like it's weird. Obviously, you watch it through a Chelsea lens, it's completely different. But for me, a lot of it is I'm saying it's like empty stats. In terms of when you watch the game, I'm not impressed with Enzo, but he'll leave with a goal and assist.
Yeah.
It's like that Bruno Fernandes-ish effect kind of thing, where I just look at him like for me, Caicedo, I'm blown. I'm like, you know what, unreal player, like, you can play for any club. When I look at Enzo, I'm like,
midfield Mo Salah.
Respectfully, I'm like, your ceiling is Chelsea. I don't, like, obviously, when he joined, everyone thought, you know what, not necessarily everyone, but like 2-3 years would probably...
No, 100%.
But now I'm like, you know what, your genuine ceiling is Chelsea.
Where he's at
You're
now.
just lucky to still be at Chelsea. Kind of
no, I get what you're saying.
Goal in the World Cup.
You spent a lot as well. 100 million, 100 million. What was it? 105? Something. It was crazy.
Like I say that, I look at him and go, money well spent. Maybe even cheaper. Like I would have maybe thrown another 40 million at Brighton.
But the Caicedo thing is mad because for a long time people were saying that Chelsea got fleeced in that deal.
I know, but it was
I think it was a bit of a lazy one.
It was like he had a bad debut, so then it was like, oh, it means he's terrible. And it was like within 2-3 months, we were starting to see like, oh, okay, this guy's wicked.
He's always been a good player, but
yeah,
I can't help him for his price tag.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like, why is
I got
in the league?
I got another name.
Are you thinking of a Prem player?
I'm thinking of a Prem player who's predominantly played right back, but I think Szoboszlai has been one of the best players in the Premier League this season.
I don't hate it at all.
And he's naturally obviously a midfielder. I think Szoboszlai has a very good shout.
I like thinking as well, Yari from Brighton, man. I think he's had a very good season for Brighton.
What about...
Were you thinking Serie A or?
No, I was thinking Prem. I think Tonali's had an absolutely
that was
fantastic
another
season.
Yeah,
I think apart from Voldemar, I think he's.
I don't know. I feel like their midfield's looked a bit tired.
But I think he's.
But he's been a standout.
Every time I watch
he's always been the best. Him and Guimaraes are the
player,
best two in the team. But
but I think they're better. I think form-wise, Prem, I'd have a few over Tonali. But I love Tonali. I think
if you guys, like, I'm not going to pretend I've watched loads of Nico Paz. Yeah, but it's one of those ones where I'm like, I'm kind of. I don't mind conceding it because there hasn't been, like, even like you said, I think Rice said it, good couple games, but I just think he hasn't quite got up to speed yet throughout the season.
Especially the attacking side,
It depends on
I'm pretty adamant on Paz.
As an 8 or a 10?
No, advanced.
Sorry, as a 10.
But who were you thinking for an advanced midfielder?
Palmer. Just off the Brentford
and
Bayern game. Yeah. Just that's enough alone. Like that Bayern game, just watching that, I'm like, yeah, this guy's the best.
I think he's the best 10 in the league.
The world.
Really?
Over Jude?
Over Jude, yeah.
I'll take Palmer over Jude.
I'm not going to lie, I find it really confusing because loads of people go like, no, Jude's better than Palmer.
I'll take Palmer over.
What have you seen that makes you think that?
But they're very different profiles.
Very different.
Yeah,
like when you watch Cole Palmer, especially the way he's been playing, it was like since Club World Cup to when he was playing earlier this season, I know he's injured now. But just like that Bayern game, I was watching it. I was like, "Oh mate, we need to give you some players." Like,
he is unplayable.
Harry Kane at least wicked, and it was just like Palmer's just on his own, just doing whatever, trying everything.
Musiala if he's on form.
No, I'm taking Cole Palmer over Musiala. Like I deeped it.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel sorry for Musiala, but Wirtz has come to this league because before people go, but Wirtz over Palmer. I'm like, well, let me see this Wirtz guy.
No, definitely not. Definitely not.
I'm seeing Dewsbury Hall play, and I'm like, all right, mate. Like, let's calm down. I'm
in
not
a 10 position.
I don't think. I think Bellingham's the only guy that might chat to him. Musiala, like you said, might chat to him, but I still think he's the best.
You know what is for me, the way I judged, not necessarily Cole Palmer, but like just 10s in general, whatever it is. Cole Palmer, like if I were to pick any of them players in a final, I'm picking Cole Palmer 10 times out of 10 kind of thing. That's how I look. It's weird. It's how I base kind of football to an extent, where I'm like, especially within that top money positions.
No, but I agree with you.
And I looked at him like, there's no one like...
He's delivering like crazy numbers, but then being good to watch as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
he can do both, you know. If he wants to dictate and completely control a game, he can do that. Yeah. If he wants to chip in with a few goals, if he feels unselfish on the day, I'll give you 3 assists here. Like, he's the full package.
It's mad because when I watch Palmer, it's like he doesn't even try.
Oh, bro.
It's like, he's always in like flow state. Yeah. It's just mental. Like everything comes so easy to him. So
in a 10 position, like if I don't mind Palmer, if it's based on current, I know he's been out for a while. I don't know. Paz,
that's what I mean. I'm fully aware. I think he's had like two. He's had like 2 or 3 starts for the season, but just off those starts, I don't know. Like no one's. I've
liked Damsgaard at Brentford. I thought they'll be.
Damsgaard was interesting. Bad.
Yeah, but I think he's been really
good. Serie A as well. Yeah,
played for Sampdoria.
What other 10s been knocking around? Because Eze and Odegaard have sort
of
switched a bit.
I'm not even looking at any Arsenal 10s, bro.
It's weird though. It's a dying breed.
Yeah,
though, isn't
sad, really.
There's not really.
And like when Bruno's been shoved out of it, where where he has a bit more joy.
Cunha's been alright, but he's got no numbers with it, so I'm like, not really putting him in there.
Probably Palmer.
He's been injured, isn't he?
Yeah.
I think I don't mind doing Paz and Palmer in the midfield. For me, really? I think Paz is a guarantee. I really think
Caicedo can.
Caicedo can hold the fort
down.
I think Paz is a guaranteed in here, and then I think
Palmer as well.
The other players are probably between Palmer, Modric. I like Rice a lot.
Yeah.
I think between those three, for me personally.
You did make quite a compelling case for Palmer.
Well, he's barely played, so I know it's a ridiculous case. It was like just that Bayern game alone. I was like, that's better than anything I've seen from any other 10 this season. Like
which is hard. Which is also because there's not really
there's no compelling case. Like, Wirtz hasn't really done a lot.
It should have been though, like you said. You have the Wirtz, you have the Odegaards, the Ezes. Like he had competition. It's just.
But when you can't put like one performance that stands near his.
No,
it's like
it's a good point. I think his best performance is better than any other ones that I can really think of. I don't really want to leave out Luka Modric either, though. I love Modric, but I think Paz is the best.
Mention,
I think Paz is the best Serie A player so far. So I think I'd have Paz, and then who would you want to come? We'll vote for the. Does everyone agree on Paz?
I agree. I'm fine. 8-wise, I was pretty lenient, to be honest.
Lorenzo, you think Paz deserves it?
Yeah. Paz and Palmer.
Double P's.
Palmer.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I don't mind having Palmer in there as well.
I like it.
Paz, Palmer. That's pretty good, to be fair. Paz, Palmer, guys say that. We got one Serie A player. Now, I reckon, going into the attack, we can push for one more, potentially.
He's so ambitious.
I reckon. I believe in it.
So optimistic.
But we're not going to start in that position. We're going to start on the right. I think...
Right.
I think I know you're going to say Stars.
Yeah, I think he's the best in that position in the world, man.
Right now or in general?
Yeah, just in general.
Then,
no, right now.
That's where I disagree, though.
Elise.
No, with me, I just love the ball. I love Bukayo, obviously. Bukayo Saka, and then. Like for me,
what about Dembele? Like it depends what you
like. The only two that
I'm trying to think.
I was going to say
Yamal. I think Yamal.
Yamal is almost like out of the conversation. I'm like, who's better outside of Yamal?
Yeah, and then I completely understand. I don't know, like.
I think Yamal, Elise, Saka are the best three.
Salah's come off it now.
What about Politano?
I think we have one that will chat, but it's too
Esteval.
Yeah. But mate, that kid looks wicked. Steve looks wicked, man.
Yeah, you love calling him Steve. Where does that come from, Steve?
I think it's his name. Yeah. Well, as Pliqueta became Dave.
No, you know what it is? I actually searched it. Esteval means Steve.
It does translate Steve.
Oh, it's a direct
it translates to it.
Yeah, it translates to it. His name's Esteval Willian. So we already had a Willian. And it was just like...
Yeah, but hopefully this one's more consistent. Because Willian had very high highs, but didn't hit them very... No, obviously not for Arsenal, though, but for Chelsea. It was horrible. I think it is Saka, but I do think the best Serie A player that can chat to him is actually Sule on the right. I think Sule's been excellent this season.
How has he been? Like, I've been seeing a lot of him, but I don't know. He was one of your boys, right?
Yeah. There's not many days that go by without me thinking about Dean.
Contrasting emotions towards his players cracking me up.
I think it's the age difference. So it's like he loves Dybala. I'm not bothered by Dybala.
Yeah,
I grew up with Del Piero, then Dybala comes up, Mr. Glass ankles, and he's there one week, he's not there the other.
Yeah, so I'm younger than him, of course, but for me, Sule is... I think he's a top player.
I don't think so.
I love the fact you guys have got two different stances.
Really?
I think he's so inconsistent, and
this season he's been good.
He was awful yesterday.
Okay,
when they lost to Victoria Pilsen. But home,
this is Serie A,
by the way,
not Europa League.
I just think he's quite. He has it he's just like a bit farty. Like he's there sometimes. You think, oh wow, that was good. Then you won't see him again for another 60 minutes. And he has like quite an innate ability to just like really float in and out of games.
Yeah. And that was Noni's problem with Chelsea. To be honest, like a bit like he'll do something. You think, oh mate, keep doing that.
Yeah.
And he would like just take the foot off the gas. Like I'm doing a bit.
That's what I feel like.
But he has game-changing moments, Sule. Like he can change a game by himself.
Sometimes he can.
For Roma right now, who's their biggest game changer? Because Paulo's not fit enough.
You're right.
It is Sule. But then I think that's more of a.
Yeah,
exactly.
You're describing Noni to me because I don't know who this guy is, but I know who Noni Madueke is. It's like that.
They're quite similar. I mean,
I prefer Sule to
Noni is a bit more kind of electric. Sule is a bit more.
He's more technical.
If Noni went to Serie A,
he could.
My days.
I think he could.
And also, he's such a physical winger.
Yeah.
Like
he is.
But he's a big guy, Noni. Like in the flesh, you don't realise. Like
it reminds me of
tall wingers is quite a rogue thing. You know what I mean?
It reminds me of the boy you guys had that was killing it in youth.
Ealing Jr.
Jeremy Boga.
Oh, Bogle.
For Chelsea, Sassuolo. Yeah, Bogle was good.
Gary Cahill ruined him for us. Like he ended up, Bogle started like the first game of the Premier League season under Conte in the second season, and then Gary Cahill got sent off after 10 minutes. He just got hooked.
Oh, really?
And then he never really played for us again. And he obviously went. Was it
Sassuolo? He did good in Italy. I always liked Bogle.
That team was great.
Yeah.
That was Raspadori and Scamacca's team.
Yeah, that era was good for Sassuolo. But I think I like Sule a lot because he reminds me so much of Dybala. Like very one-footed technician, good touch, Argentine,
maybe Italian,
half Italian.
Depends if he gets picked for Argentina.
Yeah, depends. I like Sule a lot. I know you don't, but I think it's a big mistake that we let him go.
I just don't think. I think if you put him in that Juventus team now, I don't think he improves it massively. I really don't.
Is he better than? Is it Conceição?
I like Conceição.
Yeah, he's better than Conceição.
You think?
Conceição in his 15 minutes and he can't play.
He's a great sub.
Conceição, it's bizarre. He cannot play more than 45 minutes in a game. Like he's an impact sub.
Yeah.
Like physically, I don't know if Chelsea have ever had those players where he cannot play a full 90. He'll just deplete in the second half, like mentally and physically.
Good sub for a while.
Klou was like that.
Klou
couldn't start games well.
Yeah.
I mean, he could play them, but he'd never play well. And then if he came off the bench, he's like, it looks.
I think he's like that.
Trossard.
Trossard's so
don't
good.
like him in the 90 at all.
That's the thing. Like I like Conceição.
I saw someone say the other day, like, I feel like Trossard, the worse he plays, the more likely he is to score. And I was like, that's actually a really good observation.
So, I think, I don't know, Sule would probably be my best nomination on the right-hand side, or Pulisic, actually.
Pulisic has been Milan's best player over the last 3 years, more so than Leao.
It's true.
Like, Leao is a beautiful footballer and he can do things that Pulisic can't. Yeah. But Pulisic is like, the one thing that Pulisic does have is just consistency. He has that ability to play like a 5 out of 10.
That's so wild.
A bit Salah-esque. I know, it is.
Like, he was so inconsistent.
Yeah. But he really has developed, like...
Since the hamstring injury, innit? In the final against us.
Yeah.
He was on a crazy run.
NHS Pulisic was...
It's true.
Honestly, I was like, Hazard's back. This is he was so good.
Number 10 shit, I think he was.
Yeah, he did have the 10. Pulisic has been quality this season.
He really has.
But I think Bukayo Saka...
Yeah,
it's really hard to go against him.
Especially the game against Fulham recently. I was just mesmerised. Even though he didn't score assists, but just now he's got that knack of killing fullbacks. Before he used to do that, not the half-heart, but like he'll rather look to pass. Whereas that's why the one thing I love about Noni is he don't care. He's
brave.
He might not have the brain, but he knows how to take on his player.
And I don't know why. I always think the worst thing about modern wingers is when they always go inside. I'm like, you've got to be able to go both ways.
Yeah, 100%.
Saka and Madueke both do that. It's like go on the outside, inside, whatever.
Yeah,
it's true because it's so unpredictable. They're the best kind of wingers.
I know, and it feels like most wingers are predictable.
Yeah,
it's like
they're really robotic.
The biggest part of your game is being unpredictable.
Yeah.
So Saka is the first attacker. Yeah,
I don't think we can really.
Everyone agrees on that.
Yeah.
I think.
When we're bringing Sule,
I don't know if there's any honourable shouts bar that, but
on the maybe Njai. I like Njai a lot, and I know like he's been pushed to the right because Grealish is there now. But mate, he's a player. Yeah, like he's a real player. Njai.
Everton looked very promising this season.
Yeah,
very exciting team.
I haven't even mentioned Salah's name, which is mad.
No, this season you can't.
This season,
really,
This season, he's not been great.
He's not.
I think he's played the exact same without the goals.
Yeah, he's a hater.
Apparently I'm a hater, but I'm watching this guy. I feel sorry for him, the amount of criticism he's getting, because I'm like, he's not playing any different. Other than he's the best maybe the best I've ever seen. Ronaldo was up there for it, but capitalising on a moment when you're not in the game.
Yeah,
he's one of the best. Like,
100%.
But that's so important. Though. It's an impressive skill.
It is, but where people are now going, oh, he's not playing well in the 90, it's like he never has.
Yeah, that's true.
He's always capitalised so well on moments, and now it's like he's not quite doing that because the whole system's about he's trying to now fit in verts and Isaac and whatever. Like there's too much.
And
going
also
on,
with him as well, Salah. Even though he's a world class player and all that stuff, it's the fact that he's had like 3 different right backs.
With Trent, like even just how they progress the ball, Liverpool's just not there.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just Van Dijk now that just does the progression.
With that Salah thing where you said like staying in the game, I think it's so interesting because I don't know if you've seen him do an interview where he talks about that. He referenced Wenger because Wenger told him, he asked Wenger what separates good players and the best of the best, and Arsene told him that it's players that can stay in their game for every minute, even if they're not playing well, if they're not up to it. And I think Salah is a definition of that. Like you said, even if he's playing,
at that.
Literally, even if he's not playing good, he's always switched on. If he gets a chance, he's going to take it. He's a ruthless finisher, which I find really fascinating. I think that is really what separates the top players from the elite level. Good players, from the top players.
And I think he's one of the few players that have come from your league and absolutely tore it apart.
Well, this is
true.
This is the thing. This is probably my worst football take of all time. When he left Roma, I was so sure that he was going to be a bust at Liverpool because he was his goal scoring record for him was quite good, but he was the most wasteful player I had ever seen in my life. And in big moments as well. When it came down to big moments, there was a few...
Did he ever score in big Serie A games? Rarely, though.
A couple.
I think he scored against you guys, no?
I don't know.
I think he did.
Did he score? I don't remember Salah ever scoring against
I just remember the game against Real Madrid, where I think... Do you remember Ronaldo scored the goal?
What, the chop?
The chop of Florenzi. Came off Florenzi.
Yeah. Do you remember that Ronaldo goal? The great kid, yeah.
But Salah genuinely must have had about 4 or 5 one-on-one worldy chances that game. Didn't put any of them away. And it was the same in Serie A. And I was like, he's just not consistent enough of a finisher to go to the Premier League.
I can't believe the player he was from what we had.
Yeah, exactly the same.
Mate, like Schürrle and William would start ahead, and no one was sat there going, "Oh, play that Salah kit." It was like, no, they're miles better. They're miles. Like he was so physically underdeveloped as well at that time. But he was quick.
You've had a few though, De Bruyne too.
He was quick, but De Bruyne showed glimpses. Like I think he started the opening day and he got an assist with like a nutmeg pass for Oscar. Like he showed bits, but you had Mata at the time, you had Oscar, like you had good players there. Salah, like Willian and Schürrle weren't world beaters. That spot was open, and he was just I was shocked. The player he became, you just did not see that coming.
No,
that's true.
Me neither.
Like, he was mad.
But Saka is the right winger.
Yep.
Moving over to the left winger here, I think I can push for another player in here.
I'll let you do it.
I don't think there's a lot of standout left wingers.
I'm gonna let you take the floor. But for me, based on this season, I don't know. But go on.
I think Kenan Yildiz is the best option we have in this situation.
I thought you were about to say best left winger in the world.
No. One day. But not right now. I think Kenan is one of the best young players in the world. I love him. I think he raises the level massively of this Juventus team. He turns up in important times. We're very reliant on him. And to be reliant on a 20-year-old at a club like Juventus is...
Yeah.
It's not... Obviously, it's worrying. You can't really.
It's not good.
It's not a good sign.
Horrendous.
But it also kind of highlights how good he is and how much he can really impact the game. And I think last season was the first season where he started consistently and he had over 20 goal contributions. He took the number 10. He took the pressure and he didn't feel it really. And I think this season he's carried that on and he's looked absolutely incredible for me.
Captain as well.
Captain.
On the weekend.
In the Champions League game.
And a winger as well. It's quite like rogue, you know?
At 20. And I thought he was good against Madrid. He played in the 3-5-2, a bit of a different system, playing off Vlahovic. But for me, Kenan Yildiz, I think he's the best player in the league. Not based off performances this season, but I think he is the best player in the league. He's the biggest talent, and he's one of the biggest talent I've seen at the club. And I'm looking at the Premier League left wingers.
I think
there's one.
Semenyo.
Yeah,
I think he's the best wing in the league.
I would agree.
This season,
We're going back.
I forgot about Semenyo.
He's been every game. He's tearing it up.
The way you described Yildiz,
I forgot about Semenyo.
And I'm like, oh my days.
It was like ball striking either foot, strong,
unpredictable.
I'm like unpredictable. Yeah, and you look at him, he's playing on the left, and you're like, you could play on the other side if you wanted. Like he kind of
through the middle.
The Liverpool game, we went through the middle, and he just literally ran at them, and
he's powerul.
So
like you said, even that Liverpool game, he was the best player on the pitch.
Oh, by miles.
And I was like, okay, cool, you've lost. Who was it? You lost Kirkus behind you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking there's a lot of shuffling. I'm like, can he?
They lost the whole back line to like PSG, Real Madrid, Liverpool.
Yeah.
And like him single-handedly, you're like, oh wow, their best player stayed. I didn't even realise how good. Like, and last season he smashed one in against us.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this guy looks alright.
Yeah, he's got a great
But this
strike.
season he's been crazy.
Like I thought, you know what? Last season, I wouldn't say purple patch. I just thought.
But I think everyone thought that though.
I thought this might be his ceiling. Like, you know, he's had a good year last year. Reshuffled and like Andoni ball, but he just looks like a guy that can play in any formation, like you said.
What do you think his ceiling is then?
Like in terms of numbers?
No, where can Semenyo play?
He can play at Arsenal right now.
You reckon?
Easy.
Yeah, I don't think there's a left wing he doesn't start.
And I generally think
in the whole world.
No, in the Premier League.
Oh, in the Premier League.
Yeah, like
the way
had a good start. I think he's fell off now. I think he's fell off a bit.
That's very Doku, isn't it? He will have games like where he's incredible, but I don't
think there's anyone been
the way Semenyo's playing.
I don't think anyone's great.
I'm trying to think.
Gakpo.
Just player wise,
I think if Semenyo was at Liverpool now, instead of them signing Isaac and they brought in Semenyo and they started it will be the scariest. I'll be like, I'll be scared, bro.
He'd be getting Gakpo to clean his boots.
Yeah,
Gakpo,
literally,
like mates. he looks ridiculous.
I'd put Chiesa over Gakpo as well.
Yeah, Chiesa should be starting actually.
I think Gakpo's been alright to be fair.
Yeah, he's been alright. Like, I feel like he's been scapegoated a lot. Gakpo.
Yeah. No, I like Gakpo a lot.
I think when they needed a goal, it's been him. And I think, like you said, I think Salah's been kind of the way you've been talking about with Salah in terms of he's a moments guy, but
The moments have
to come to him. It isn't, I'm going to take the moment kind of player. This season especially.
It's true. I actually forgot about Semenyo going into this. I thought the main
who was going to be
Doku. I thought it was going to be because he had moments. Grealish, I completely. That's my bad.
Like you said, it's either Grealish, Anthony Gordon, Semenyo.
Semenyo's got. He's so far ahead of him. I think like you said, best winger so far.
I genuinely think so. Yeah. Even as much as I love Bukayo, but if we're talking about this video specifically in the current, I think he's been the best winger either side.
Okay, well, I'm never going to choose against Yildiz because he's my guy and I'm picking him every single time. So I'm going to say Kenan, but I think I'm going to lose.
But I think similarly, though, from Yildiz's perspective, like Semenyo, they've both kind of been carrying their respective teams this season. Like Juventus without Yildiz this season, I'd be dark. It's already dark. Let's not get it. Already dark.
You know what my comparison for Semenyo is? It might sound very outlandish.
It's going to be
but I think you'd agree with me. I think he is Liao with product.
I don't know.
He's not. I don't think.
I think. Like he can skip past players,
but he doesn't have feet like that.
Yeah, I don't know if he's as skillful.
He might not have as much flair.
The way he beats a player is different.
He can beat players at ease the way Liao does. Obviously, Liao can do. He'll skip past like 5 or 6, but with Semenyo,
I can't remember who it was against. The goal he scored where he ran through the byline.
It was.
It's mad what he's doing.
I forgot it was. I think it was at home.
It was at home. They turned it around. They were 1-0 down.
I feel like Semenyo runs.
Burnley?
No.
I know.
The game was. It was the same day that Arsenal beat West Ham.
Justin Kluivert. It was West Ham.
Arsenal beat West Ham that day.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm certain.
It was on the Friday night.
It was on the Friday night. Yeah.
Who is it against?
Because I came back
Justin Kluivert scored that game outside the box.
Screamer, yeah.
Oh, it's really annoying, mate. It was a great goal though. I know the one you're talking.
Leeds? It might
have been Leeds. You know.
Maybe.
I forgot it was.
I shout Semenyo though, man.
But you know what? I think I'd go Kenan, but I would lose.
He eats through defenders. Yeah. Like it's just
like his bag might not be as big as Leao, but in terms of skipping past 3 or 4 guys, and then like you said, can go left or right. Like even the finish against you guys, top left, left foot, and then he can wrap it. He can do any kind of finish.
So Semenyo will be the left winger. Where will he go next summer, though?
I think I'd really want him, but I don't know.
I don't know if Arsenal would though.
Well, he's an Arsenal fan.
He's an Arsenal fan. Like you know how it's the same old stories. Like Arsenal fan, this that. But
everyone's an Arsenal.
I don't know what Arteta and Berta's mindset is.
I don't know what ours is because we got that Kenda guy coming in.
You have so many wingers,
mate. We're just spawning.
You're linked with like Yildiz.
We're the most.
What's your thoughts on it though? Like, are you like obviously you went from just signing stars to bringing in kids more or less, and then some of them with mad potential, some of them just sell on value, whatever. Like, are you at a point now where like, okay, cool, now we're competing, we've won the Club World Cup, we're doing well in the league. Obviously, you did decent in the league last year, finished top 4, obviously. Done well in the league this season, especially where you're like, oh, we're only missing maybe 3 or 4 players to compete for a title, kind of thing. Yeah,
it's all right, and then the only problem is like recruitment wise, they're still not kind of changing. And you think, like, we know what we kind of need now. Time to get some better players in there. I don't mind the like young approach because I get it as well. Like your ownership changes, all that whole squad of like Havertz, Mount, Pulisic, Kovacic, all of them are gone. Like, the whole thing. So like. You're trying to figure out that. You're also trying to then figure out who's going to be the manager. So it's sunk for a few of those. So buying a load of kids and being like, all right, well, by the time we figure it out, these lot will be kind of good, or we'll resell some of them.
100%.
So like, it makes sense as a strategy, and like the players like Esteban and stuff are exciting. Like,
I thought you guys were doing the.
It feels like we're still a bit. Oh, it's always next year. Yeah. And we got to wait for this one. We got to wait for this keeper, and we got to wait for.
It reminds me of PSG, you know, in terms of the moment they shipped off the Messis and Neymars, and they went, you know, we'll go with younger approach. We'll get Doué from Rennes. We'll go grab Barcola, whatever it is. Yeah, like I said, re-signing Nuno Mendes.
But I think the difference between the two was literally like sort of PSG last January, where they looked like a decent team, didn't look like Champions League.
Against Arsenal, they got you guys ruined them.
Arsenal beat them comfortably, but then they went, all right, Kvaratskhelia. And then it's like a little another piece of the jigsaw that's just taken to another level. Yeah. Like we're missing that, where they kind of sit there and they go, nah, Chalobah and Tosin are good enough. We're like, they're not good guys.
You know what is for PSG as well in regards to it is. Like, say for example, you might spend 40 million on a talent, but you don't know if it's gonna work out. Like with PSG, like you said, they signed Pacho for a decent like 35, 40 million. Turn out to be the player is obviously they've already had. Like I feel like with you guys have got the PSG thing where you have cool players like the Reece, the Caicedos now of the world. You got Cole Palmer. You've got a really good foundation.
Yeah, there's now more of a spine.
It's just nitpicking out which players.
Yeah.
Now it's time for the striker, and I think every single person in this room...
Dusan Vlahovic.
Dusan Vlahovic will be... Erling Haaland, of course, I think.
Is it Luca?
Lorenzo Luca.
How many strikers down do you think we have to get?
I'm just thinking about...
I was going to say, Ekitike would also... If we discounted Haaland...
Wait, how many strikers down to get to Lorenzo Luca?
No. To get to a Serie A striker this season.
Who is the nomination if there were to be one? Like, if you were to throw a fight...
It'd be the Inter boys.
Thuram.
Martinez.
Not Lautaro Martinez?
I prefer Thuram.
But first or second, I think I slightly prefer Martinez. You slightly prefer Thuram.
I'm not a fan of Lautaro Martinez, I'll be real. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah. He's one of those guys where...
He's another one. He's a
layout. It's only last
Lights and bright.
Lights and bright.
Yeah. You always watch him and I think, how is this guy scored that many goals?
Like even even the game that he played in the Champions League on the week during the week had bare chances, but then he put one top right stanches. I'm like... The lights are not on you today, so I completely understand.
Even those Barca games last season, Thuram was far more impressive.
Yeah, 100%.
Like Thuram, I was like, I get that.
And Lautaro was injured in the second leg. He came off, wasn't he, at the home leg? So
he scored his reception?
He scored a pen,
What is his reception in Italy? Because I don't know. Like,
Inter fans love him.
Inter fans love him, and he's widely. I think he would be widely regarded as the best striker in Italy.
I was looking at his. I think it was Inter's all-time goal scoring list. He's like really high up.
Yeah, he is.
Really
high. His goal scoring record is fantastic, and. His ball strike. I actually think he's one of the best ball strikers I've ever seen.
He hits it well, yeah.
Like volleys and just like first time, the way he gets it out of his feet is like incredible. But again, he has that ability to just like in big games, not all the time because his big game record's actually pretty good, especially
domestically.
Does he need it to? Because obviously he's always had Lukaku and then he had Thuram. Like, does he need it to?
Body now, right?
I think he does.
Was there a year when he played one?
Yeah.
I think he.
I've never seen him play in one.
Really?
No.
I think maybe Argentina.
No, but even then he doesn't really start for them.
That's what I know that.
So
I think his first tournament was the Copa America that actually started.
Yeah, because he really improved when Conte came in, and Conte only plays 3-5-2, and he had and when Lautaro really, for me, raised his level was the first year of Lukaku, 1920 season, and then since then he's had Lukaku, he's had a Dzeko there, then he had a Thuram there, he had
someone just a big guy.
Like you think there's been, especially in recent years, Premier League wise, so many teams have had a striker problem. We've had it, Arsenal had it. But I never see him linked with him.
Yeah.
Like, no one's linked with a guy that has almost like 200 goals for his club.
And you know what's scary?
At like a top level club that's been in Champions League finals, like he's been there, he's done all that, but no one's ever linked with him. So I'm like, is he just, does everyone look at him and go, can't play in a while?
He's the most
universal, you know. It's like, it's not even a board, like the fans don't ever put Lautaro in them conversations.
No, it's
like
true.
you said. Which is weird, and I'm like...
He's the most inter-striker.
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I can't remember any Chelsea fans going, oh, we should get him.
You can't remember, like...
Like, it's never come up.
A top loan level striker that Inter had before him was Icardi, though.
Yes.
In terms of just single striker.
Yeah.
Like, as a one man.
But Icardi wasn't better than Martinez.
Yeah, he was.
I saw that one.
For me, yeah. For me, yeah.
I saw that one.
Icardi was in one of the worst Inter teams I've ever seen in my life, and he dragged them to top 4 consistently. Scoring like 28, 29 league goals. He was different.
He wasn't better than Martinez.
Yeah, he was better than Martinez
he
for
wasn't.
me. For me,
not. Absolutely.
What do you think, Lorenzo?
I think Icardi's better than Lautaro.
Yeah.
Really?
100%.
Oh, I hated Icardi so much.
I don't like
his
either.
wife as well.
Okay,
it was that one though. I was gonna say she was linked with some Enzo Fernandez. I was thinking, does this woman just exist around Argentinian players?
That's what she does.
Yeah, she's like...
Fair play to her, you know what I mean?
She's way off it. But
Icardi is...
Yeah.
I remember scoring for Barca.
Is Lautaro better than... Obviously, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Inter fans that are watching and all that stuff. Last season, was he better than Retegui? Was I know Retegui?
Well, statistically, no, because Retegui was the top scorer.
Yeah, I know he's highly regarded now, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been good, to be fair.
Yeah, he's actually...
He's Saudi now. I think he's Saudi.
I think he'll come back next year.
Yeah, I think he's just there for money. Fair play.
Come back, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Lautaro is still one of the best strikers in the league. I think Thuram. Bonnie's been in good form as well.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say he's number one.
What's Skamaka doing these days since he went back?
He just came back from injury.
He's just come back from injury.
Yeah. Because that guy can hit a ball, and any striker can hit a ball properly. I'm like, all right, you're in the good books at least.
Well, he was actually, that season for Atalanta where they won the Europa League, he was brilliant. At Anfield, I was at that game,
he was good.
And he was fantastic.
I didn't think he was bad at West Ham. I just think they didn't really play him.
Yeah.
He didn't suit the system. He didn't suit it, yeah.
I feel like they have a rule as well. They get a striker, they play him for a few games, and Antonio just ends up playing.
Yeah.
Imagine their profiling is so bad.
It's weird.
They signed Fulkrug that had a great season in Germany, and then same thing again. I'm just like, you don't cater to what wins you games.
It's like, if you are going that path, fair enough. But then they go, right, with Danny Ings.
Yeah.
Why?
Danny Ings.
Who they got now? Callum Wilson. Or
Wait, he doesn't even play. He doesn't play Callum Wilson. It's mental. Who did they play yesterday up front? Somerville? I want to say played striker.
I've seen Bowen up front.
They've had some weird.
It was weird.
Alan Irving is like coming on. You're like, who is this?
They're going straight down, man. I think they're getting relegated.
I think Bowen is just enough, and Nuno is enough that they'll be all right.
But what you've seen so far,
I'm all for it, but like
from what I've seen so far,
they do look. They are awful.
They are awful.
Two is the 3 sides that have come up don't look too bad.
No,
obviously, one of them will go down by like.
I think Sunderland are safe.
Yeah,
and the other two have got more fight than West Ham and Wolves have shown. So like, I hope they do, but like, it's just tough, isn't it?
100%.
But I think Haaland is obviously going to win. But that's an interesting question. How many Premier League strikers do we go down until we get to like Thuram?
Like, would you have Ekatike over Thuram?
Yeah, for sure.
Probably right now you would.
Full Tamale?
Yeah, Voltamadas look good.
I don't know if you can put him over Thuram yet.
No.
I like him a lot.
I really like him.
I like him, but I don't.
Cool profile.
I think you need to put respect on Thuram's name, though. That's the thing.
Your boy, João Pedro?
Ooh, no, not over Thuram though. For me, I like Pedro though.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Him in Serie A would be nasty.
Yeah, he'd be fine. I would have João Pedro over Thuram.
But I think Thuram in the Prem would still do very good. I do.
Yeah.
I think he would adapt his game well to England.
I think he would.
I think it's like. I'd still put Martinez though. Like I'd still put Martinez up.
Oh, but you think Martinez is better?
But I think Martinez is better, and also I'm just taking into account his goal record and the consistency at which he's scored goals and won into matches.
I don't want to be disrespectful.
No, I hear what you're saying. So then, if we use Lautaro,
and then it's hard to say because you're putting him in a different. But I'd still.
And he's a 2-man striker.
And he's a 2-man striker. But I'd still put. If I'm just thinking about Lautaro, I would. I don't know, maybe you've got 4 or 5 Premier League strikers before.
Who do you think? Haaland, Ekatike, Isak, would you still say?
Those are 3 in it.
Yeah, then we've got...
Sesko?
Nah.
Absolutely not.
No, I'm just throwing names.
Absolutely not.
Names like that.
I don't think he's been as bad as...
Gyökeres?
You're leading the charge against Sesko.
I am, yeah.
You are. You're gaslighting me into thinking he's shit. I don't even watch him.
There's so many people that say that. They go, I don't know if you rate him or not. And I'm like, I don't know either. Like, he just jumps a bit, doesn't he? But yeah, he's... I don't know. He's
Welbeck started the season off well, but I don't want to be disrespectful.
No. I think if we're being honest, like Lautaro, despite being an international...
I've got a very good one.
Ooh, who?
Mateta.
Yeah, but I like Matata to be fair, but I wouldn't have him over
Lautaro. He'd have a field day in Serie A.
He would do good in Italy though.
Yeah, he would look like Arnaldo, man.
He would do good in Italy to be fair.
I don't know. I wouldn't put Mateta.
I like that.
I wouldn't put
No, I wouldn't either, but still.
We heard the centre backs you were putting up. I don't know. I think you'd have some.
I've got a hypothetical. I know it sounds weird.
All right.
Mateta, how do you think he'll do? And how do you think Martinez would do at Palace?
Mateta and Martinez works really
well.
Mateta and Martinez would be
they would be really good.
That'd be great. Martinez at Crystal Palace would sting.
Yeah, it would be horrible.
He probably wouldn't start because he's not the kind of
over Nketiah.
I just don't. I don't think.
It's different.
What would suit Martinez? Like what team? Like what teams do you think you look at? And go, if you would in the Prem.
In the Prem.
It's not really 2.
Like Man U.
I actually don't. I don't think in Arsenal. I think it'd be most suited to an Arsenal team. I don't
hate it.
I think one of Martinez's most underrated qualities is his ability to drop deep and
link up play
and connect midfields with the forward line. And as well, he's just a fantastic finisher.
Yeah.
The only thing is, I would just worry in the Premier League about his physical prowess, his height, his kind of.
He has physical problems.
He could bounce off of Haaland a bit, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Well, him and Haaland together.
That'd be fun.
Well, because they did a bit of Alvarez and Haaland, didn't they? Like
could, to be fair, but I think Haaland as a lone striker is too good. I don't think Haaland needs another man next to him really. So Haaland.
That's why Marmoush is kind of strong. I know he's been injured in that, but
it's true.
Marmoush is strong as well, to be fair.
Yeah. But it's Haaland though, isn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
It's not even.
There's no debate.
He's arguably the best striker in the world.
He could I don't think it'll be long before he's in.
That's been the conversation, isn't it?
Yeah, Kane, Mbappe, Haaland.
They're all 3 of them.
Bro, like every game you're looking at going Mbappe 2, Haaland 1, or vice versa. However you want to. Harry Kane 2, 3.
How should we? Let's rank them all 1 to 3.
So we're ranking
Haaland
as a striker, as a player.
That's the thing.
Okay, as a striker.
Pure striker.
Haaland, Kane, Mbappe. You go first.
I think that's my order.
That's my order.
I think you just did it. I think you just did it.
That's my order. Well, that's my order, literally.
As a pure striker, yeah, it probably is.
Yeah.
As a player, though, I'd have Mbappe first.
I don't think it will be long before, if we're talking about number 9s, if Haaland continues the way he's going, I don't think it'll be long before you start hearing greatest of all time number 9.
Yeah, I don't
think it'll be long.
I think he has to do it internationally, though.
Have you seen his goal record for Norway? He's got more goals than games.
I completely agree with that. But you know how them conversations go, man. It's like, can he drag his team to a quote unquote do a Modric to an extent where like drag his team to like a semi-final or a final in a certain competition?
It's going to be hard though for Norway to do that, I think.
Yeah, they've got great influx of youngsters coming through.
They do, to be fair, but a final.
I don't think that
it's too difficult. I understand what you.
They never really went against Ibra, really, like at a World Cup. I know they had some Euro stints,
but he had big moments for the national team when everyone was watching. Haaland right now is killing it.
Euros or anything, bro. Like obviously, hopefully this is the year, but the way that they're in your group, right?
Yeah,
they're first.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like he's dragged Norway to World Cup. Like Norway have qualified. They don't have to go through.
But you know what it is? You know, for me, I don't want to sound disrespectful to Haaland because I think he's an unreal. Like he's the best, but I think they've got options, man.
Who?
They could go Soloff from Atletico. They could go
their
Haaland.
Forward line is ridiculous.
They've got Newson next to him. They've got Oscar Bob. They've got Odegaard behind it. Sanderberg. They've got players,
They've got some players.
They've got players, man. Especially to make that now it's 64 instead of 32, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, I think they will because obviously they're top of the league. They're top of.
Yeah, they'll go World Cup 100% qualified. Yeah. But I mean, I think he needs the big moments like Ibra had for Sweden. Yeah. Not necessarily like winning a trophy or a final, but like a big performance. Yeah.
Even like it's like that treble run. Those finals, you didn't really see him. He needs stuff like that.
Yeah.
City to get a few things like that, and where he's been the man. And like this season, I think he's been like a leader in that team. Yeah. Like you see him like defending loads. Like he does everything for them.
Like if they win the league,
it's
no drag.
I think
if they win
what was it like? It's him and Donnarumma at the moment. It's those two.
It's true, and everyone else is just having moments like the odd assist from Ryan, or whatever. Doku here.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember what was it? I don't know if it's the Premier League or like his all comps. It's like. He's on 12 goals. Everyone else is on like 1.
Yeah, the own goals their second top scorer.
That's mad.
I'm not even joking.
It's actually
own goals their second top scorer.
Who is the? Oh, in City, you're saying?
Yeah, for City.
It's like 12, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1 kind of thing.
Oh man.
Yeah,
he's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's fake.
He's actually
insane. Like that Brentford goal. It was like watching. It was like watching. You know, when like the older kid joins in.
That's
how it being at school.
It's literally that.
Play with the year
literally, man.
No, Haaland is. I think he's the best striker in the world right now. 100%.
Yeah,
I
think he will be.
So let's review the team.
You know, I said to make crazy debate. Statement.
Let's review the team then. We got in goal Donnarumma.
Yeah.
Right back, we went with Reece James. Centre backs, we went with Gabriel and Van Dijk. Won it. Left back, we went with Calafiori.
Correct.
In front of the defence, we went with Caicedo.
Yeah.
Then we went with Nico Paz, and we went with Cole Palmer.
Yeah.
On the left, Semenyo. On the right, we went with Saka, and up front, we went with Haaland. So
to be honest, though, numbers-wise, I was kind of anticipating it to be 2 Serie A players, right?
I think that only 2 players that I could argue in as Modric or in the midfield and Yildiz.
I think Modric over Palmer would be fair based on the fact that Palmer's played like 3 games.
Yeah, probably based off overall the season, Modric.
When we were thinking of like 10s and this, I was like, as a 10, I couldn't think of.
And then I was thinking potentially Yildiz on the left going into this, but Semenyo is it's tough.
I had it written down. I was Semenyo, and I was like, I know Yildiz will come up.
Yeah. So it's 10-1. So the experiment was, can we even get one Serie A player in? I think the answer is yeah.
He's a 20-year-old, 19-year-old.
Yeah, it's obviously sad signs for the Serie A right now.
What do you think you guys could do to make it better?
I don't think it's about what Serie A does. I think it's about what the Premier League, what's going to happen to the Premier League going forward. I mean, I think ultimately it'll get to a point where there has to be a salary cap. Yeah. There has to be something set in place because ultimately these leagues will just fall behind.
But how come? That sounds. I'm not clued up on this. I'll be real. Yeah. How comes it's the Premier League that's getting penalised with it? Because I know nowadays a lot of people, whether it's celebrities or they're going into the Championship, they're going into League One and stuff like that. Even non-league, there's a lot of new managers, new owners going to non-league. Is it because of the Premier League bag? Would you say?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's the money. It's money. It's the infrastructure, the stadia, the training grounds.
Yeah,
I mean, you see some of the training grounds in Italy, some of the stadiums in Italy. I mean, Sampdoria, if you go to where Samp and Genoa share a stadium, they've still got Italia 90 stickers on the back of the seats. How long ago was that?
Yeah, I mean, the infrastructure in Italy is really bad. I think only 4 clubs own their stadiums. Juventus, Udinese, I want to say Palermo now, because the Saudis bought it, and Atalanta.
Are they like a Bournemouth?
Who?
You know how like Bournemouth don't own their stadium? Like,
the council owns it. The state owns it. Yeah, because a lot of the stadiums were built for the 1990 World Cup.
So sort of donated.
Yeah, so like AFC Wimbledon.
West Ham don't own theirs.
A bit exactly like that.
And like AFC Wimbledon, for example, has a better stadium than like 98% of stadiums in Italy, probably.
Yeah, you guys need that Super League quick.
Yeah,
that's why like Agnelli, Inter, and AC Milan at the time were for it, because they needed the influx of money. That's the reality. You just financially, I think financially is the biggest issue in the Serie A. Like the teams that get promoted to.
Do they not ever look to sell?
I don't.
You know what I mean? Like.
Well, but even so, it doesn't
improve the league.
It doesn't improve the broadcasting rights. I mean, the biggest thing in the Premier League is that teams that get promoted, exactly.
I'm surprised though there hasn't been a Saudi link or something like that.
Well, Palermo Saudis own Palermo, for example.
City Group.
Yeah.
Own Palermo.
Okay, right. I was going to say some sort of owner that's gone. Do you know what? I'm going to go to one of the because PSG obviously got it, and that's helped Liga really. I guess.
But has it though?
Not in a competitive sense.
Not the whole league though.
Well,
PSG helped.
Hoovered up by PSG, but it's still made it. They've still become a powerhouse.
But I think gradually it will start to happen in France. I think so. Like, there's more chance of it being in France than it is within Italy. Like, at least there's been different kind of. I know.
But just bringing you Messi's and Neymar's to that league has made Liga. I'd say like a lot of what Liga growing up was miles behind. Miles behind.
I don't see.
Whereas now you'd say like
I don't really see anyone going to Italy, like especially Premier League, maybe upcoming players, or even
well, unless they want game time.
But even up and coming players around Europe. Yeah. If you guys get a sniff of what I mean, you hoover them all up. But if any Premier League teams, Italian teams can't compete.
Yeah. I remember you guys were competing with like Bournemouth and that not too long ago.
Well, if you look at the 2 biggest talents coming out of Italy this year, were Diego Coppola, who's now at Brighton, and Giovanni Leone, who went to Liverpool. They were the 2 biggest talents in Italy by some considerable margin last year. Both had incredible seasons, really super impressive. And the top teams in Italy, annoyingly, the top teams in Italy don't trust young players.
That's
young players aren't given a chance.
Yeah.
And also financially, they can't compete.
Who is the guy that Sunderland really wanted and he wanted to move? I think it's at Bologna, centre back. Is it Bologna?
Lukumi, yeah.
He's a decent.
Because I remember Bologna in the Champions League this year, right? Or not?
No, last season.
Last season. Yeah, it makes sense.
How bad was Motta?
For who?
You guys.
Yeah,
I
did a good job at Bologna, didn't he?
Yeah, I didn't like Motta for anything.
But then I think it goes beyond Motta. I think if you look at, Juventus started a Champions League game against Real Madrid with a back line of Lloyd Kelly, Rugani and Gatti at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid.
Yeah,
does Lloyd Kelly actually get some minutes like that?
He starts every game.
He's only like a French player at Newcastle, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he wasn't starting for Newcastle when we signed him.
That's just mind-blowing.
That is horrid.
Yeah, we don't have the players at the minute.
Like just the idea of watching, I don't know, Chiellini and Bonucci rock up with Lloyd Kelly. It's just like.
Yeah, the thing is, football's about cycles.
Kalulu, I'm thinking, oh my days.
Yeah, football cycles, and at the minute we're trying to reach the top again. Hopefully soon, but
I think just a lot needs to be done in Italy. Like I said, it's hard because I would argue now that when we were growing up, you kind of look at the Eredivisie or the Portuguese league as kind of like, off it compared to the other top leagues. Now I would almost argue that Serie A is closer to the Eredivisie. I was going to ask you that now. And the Portuguese league than it is to the Premier League.
How close would you think? Like, how many years would you think it will take for Serie A to be considered a feeder league?
I think
I don't want to sound disrespectful.
No,
but
I don't think that's a disrespectful question. I think it's kind of, it almost is a feeder league already. Like how many top if you're a really really top player.
Well, like you said, you've got you guys at the moment. It's like Paz and Yildiz, probably the big 2.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right? But are you thinking like, they'll be gone next summer?
No, but you know how I look at it. For me, it's like, especially in the Prem, the way I look at it, especially as an Italian, is Calafiori actually seeked out to go Arsenal. It wasn't a Arsenal Juventus. Like, you know how, like, say for example, Tonali was like his hands were tied kind of thing. Like, I don't think he wanted Newcastle. AC Milan needed the money. You know what? Yeah. I'll convince my way out. Like, how many, like Leone, as like I said, Leone guy going to Liverpool instead of staying in Italy. Like, when do you think the mind shift changes for these Italian talent's gone, you know what, I'm actually going to branch out and go abroad. Like,
I think it's changed already. I think young players in Italy aren't trusted. Yeah. We joke about Indian summers in Italy and players playing until they're like 38, 39. But a lot of Italian managers, old school Italian managers, will trust a 34-year-old centre back rather than a young 18, 19-year-old. And that's the way it's kind of always been. It's changing slightly, but not much. If I was Diego Coppola and I've got Juventus bringing to get me, and they've got Bremer and they've got Gatti, Rogani, and Kalulu, I'm thinking I probably won't get a game there.
Oh wow!
But then Brighton ringing me up and saying, "You look at Brighton.
Well, yeah, they're proven as well.
Brighton will then sell you
exactly,
and you'll get your big move anyway.
It's proven. Yeah. It's like I think with like Dean, for example, when Dean went to Bournemouth, he didn't want to leave Juventus at all. It was forced hand. But going to Bournemouth was a more attractive opportunity than going maybe to a bigger team abroad.
Yeah.
Because in the Premier League, all eyes are on him. And he was a bit fortunate as well. I believe there was an injury to another Bournemouth centre-half early on in the season where he started to play and then he took the spot. But yeah, it's a tough one.
Senesi.
Yeah, Senesi, exactly.
Senesi
And it's one of those where like you said, Paz and Yildiz are the two main talents. Paz is going to go back because it's contracted.
Paz I look at him as a regular.
Yeah, because
it is contracted, yeah. With Yildiz, I don't think Yildiz wants to leave Juventus at all.
But he might be forced because he knows that, like, I need to play it.
Potentially. I think it...
But the clubs as well need the money.
The only way Yildiz would leave Juventus is if Juventus desperately need the money. I don't think Kenan wants to leave the club.
Not yet.
No, not right now.
But Tonali didn't.
Yeah,
but Milan knew about the gambling thing. They needed to go in spirit.
100%. But also Milan at that time were in a stronger position than Juventus are in now.
Yeah, they came off the bat of a win.
Again, not to be like super cynical, but if
I suppose Leao stayed and he's like.
But then
a couple years ago.
Yeah, but Leao only stayed because Maldini convinced him to stay. Leao was gone a few years ago, and Maldini, before he went, he called him into the office and then basically convinced him because the fans adored him. He was the main man. He was the poster boy of the Serie A at the time. Yeah. They just won the league. I think it was before Kvaratskhelia joined.
Actually respected around the world.
Yeah.
In terms of he's a player.
So then he was convinced to stay. But even Leao, will he stay at AC Milan his whole career? I don't know.
Probably not.
He's comfortable now. I feel like that window of...
I feel like that move is...
Yeah,
it won't... It'll be... I don't know what...
But he's going to be written in AC Milan history regardless. It's a win for him. If he stays at AC Milan, he might win another league title this year. He'll be a legend.
How's AC Milan looking this year?
They're strong, to be fair.
Yeah.
They're top at the minute, 1 point above, second, third, fourth. I think there's a good 3 teams that are on 15 points.
They've got good defence, right, if I'm correct.
Yeah, Allegri solidified them a lot.
Yeah, player for player, they're not great, but Allegri's come in and just made them super solid.
Underrated, Allegri. I know you know. I know the cricket.
The thing is, we do rate Allegri.
No, we rate.
He just got to a point with Juventus.
It was that second stint where I was a bit tired, but overall as a coach, I definitely do like Allegri.
Is there any top managers?
Pardon?
Is there any top managers, upcoming managers?
Yeah, you've got Italiano, Fabregas.
Yes.
Palladino.
I like Palladino, but top, I don't know.
Yeah,
you were living with Maresca a bit, or I saw some story with
I like Maresca. Well, he used to play for Juventus. I feel like my dad, for example, only wants managers that played for Juventus now. He doesn't want anyone else.
Well, I've always looked at it's like if we had a next one, I would look at Cesc.
Yeah.
Now because everyone wants Cesc.
Cesc would be a great. I was thinking, in my mind, it's if Arteta was for some reason to leave or get sacked, I think he'd go Arsenal.
Is he Arsenal DNA or is he Chelsea DNA?
Arsenal, bro. I think Arsenal. You don't think?
I think you know what it is. I guess he obviously won a lot. I think he lost Chelsea. I think his heart's at us.
I actually think he'd go to Barcelona over both of them.
Yeah.
No, I think the way Barcelona dealt with him, I think he.
No, as a player, I know, but I think he has more unfinished business.
Yeah, maybe
at that club, and the idea of
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
The players, especially at the club. You're right, in terms of that.
I think I hear what you're saying.
I feel like if Cesc looked back at his career, he wouldn't. He'd kind of feel like, I wish I won stuff more at Arsenal. Yeah. Chelsea worked out, but Barcelona, he'll probably think, I didn't go to Barcelona to then come back to England 3 years later. It wasn't. It didn't work out how he wanted to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
He's a top manager.
He's great.
He'll be top.
Conclusion of the video is Serie A needs to improve.
Yeah.
That's the reality.
I don't think it will.
We're struggling, but I still enjoy watching the Premier League. I love the Premier League. I love the Serie A. 10-1, boys. Let us know in the comment section. Could we have maybe got another person in? What's your combined 11? Make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the video if you haven't already. Give us 5-star rating if you're listening on Spotify, and go check out Stars and Tobes. The links to their accounts will be in the description as well. Thank you guys for coming on.
Absolute pleasure.
And we'll see you all in the next one.